What happens if I do put my hands lower? Oh.
Oh my god!
Oh! So, where else do you have ink? I've got some on my jawline, and my back, below my abs, below the... Oh, I hope I get to see them. The one below my abs? Yes. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Espoir Duvid, and today I'd like to play Shift 2 of Big Bad Dogs. Shift 2. You hear a slow drip. Aw, man. Then another, and another. Something cold and red is running down the walls of your memory. Aw, man. I was having a sexy dream. October 2009. A good year. Calor! The cafe is half empty, just the way we like it. Too late for the lunch crowd, too early for the dinner rush. Soft golden light spills across the tiled floors, catching in the steam curling up from some coffee pots. Conversations drift from nearby tables. Laughter. Clinking spoons, students arguing over a mathematical formula. A couple leans in close by the window. A toddler squeals somewhere in the back. Just the kind of place where time doesn't feel so heavy, where things are warm, bright, and real. Aw, pretty. Pretty. Amelia sits across from me, legs crossed, phone face down, perfect nail polish and red hair that looks like it belongs on a fashion ad. Red hair, you say? I wonder if that means something since red is a prominent color. She's scrolling through the drink menu like it personally offended her. Why do cafes always name things like this? God, look at these names. Naked Sunset, Choke Me Gently. Amelia, where have you taken me? What kind of bar is this? Are we ordering drinks or writing erotica? I raise my eyebrow, skimming at the menu. There's one called Sinner's Milk. What even is that? Sinner's Milk? Whatever it is, it's probably disgusting. I laugh. You'd totally order it, though. And she'd probably like, oh, this Sinner's Milk is so good. Please, Angel, I have standards. I'm more of a heartbreak martini girl. Something bitter with a tiny umbrella. She winks at me before a waitress swings by, notebook at the ready. What can I get you today, ladies? We greet her in turn, and dive straight into the little piece of cardboard in the brand's colors. After incessant hesitations that nearly scared the waitress away, Amelia finally settled on the most basic thing a girl like her could order. A cold coffee. Aww. She raised a brow at me like, your move. The menu's long for a small cafe. Everything feels too sweet or too much. I hesitate. Amelia waits, her lips already half curved, ready for whatever I say. Neat. Hot chocolate. Blueberry milkshake? Something else? I raise your cold coffee and get something else. Give me that Sinner's Milk. I don't even look at the menu anymore. Do you serve whiskey? The waitress raises a brow. Barely. One brand and it's crap. It's fine, I say. Amelia lowers her phone slowly, her eyes narrowing with something like intrigue. Yeah, I'm a bad apple, Amelia. Whiskey? At noon? She laughs, as if she's not really taking me seriously. Didn't think you had that in you. I like it. Just once in a while. It doesn't hurt. I endure an angry orchard several times a year. The waitress smiles kindly at us before slipping away to other tables. Amelia taps her fake nails against the table, thoughtful. Drink like that and the creeps might think twice before messing with you. Or they'll think you're too dangerous, which works too. But let's be real. You have like 2 sips before you pass out. Hey, once I finished a whole can. She grins, biting her upper lip like she knows exactly what buttons she's pressing. We settle back in the silence for a second, the world blurring around us. So, how was it? I snort. Honestly, not as terrible as it sounds. That's a first. I mean, whatever. It's minimum wage, but night shifts pay extra, so kinda worth it. I need the money. She leans back and stretches like she owns the place. Any hot co-workers? Well, there's Lane, but when I'm in trouble, he doesn't show up. I knew she was going to ask something like that. I stare at her. Why is that your first question? Because I'm bored and need to live through you. Now answer. Well, there is a co-worker, I admit. She raises an eyebrow, her long nails tapping her skin as if to say, tell me more. Go on. I pause. He's kind of useless, honestly. He just leans on the counter, talks and flirts with the customers, then disappears when it's time to clean anything. I'm going to body slam this man. She groans immediately. Ugh, I hate men like that. I laugh. I figured you would. No, like, seriously. I have 5 of them at my job, always standing around like it's their God-given right to never sweep. But the moment a girl takes a break, suddenly it's a problem. Like, shut up, Lawson. You literally spent 20 minutes talking about your protein powder. I laugh louder. Lawson. Boring. There's something magnetic about Amelia when she's like this. Something a little terrifying, but honest in a way most people aren't. Amelia, oh my God. I hate them, she says, dead serious now. I hate how society lets them just exist, be average as heck and still get praised for breathing. Yeah, the patriarchy has ruined all of us, men and women alike. Her voice is smooth, almost bored as she says it. I swear, I should have stayed in love with fictional men. I know, right? At least they don't breathe. I laugh so hard I almost choke on my own saliva. You're not wrong. Amelia tilts her head towards the light, adjusting her lip gloss in her pocket mirror with a little cat on the back. Aw. Like, seriously, I continue. It's like the lottery. Sometimes you win, but mostly you end up with a broken heart. That gets her attention. Her head turns slowly, and when she looks at me, there's a glint in her eyes. Amelia, you're learning. Took you long enough. I roll my eyes. I learned from the best. I wink. She laughs as she puts her mirror back into her little leopard print purse. Yeah, women are better. Always have been. I nod, half smiling. You should date one, then. The words hang in the air. She looks at me 1 second too long, then smiles. Biker man, I know this is probably the past, but do not Amelia. Whoever the yandere is in this game, do not Amelia. I should, she murmurs. We're smarter, better hair, we communicate. We smell nice, I add. She raises a brow. Speak for yourself, Angel. I feel my cheeks warm as I tuck a strand of hair behind my ear, pretending to be very interested in whatever's outside the window. Just saying. If I ever stop pretending men are worth the effort, it's over for the girls. To be fair, I mutter, my coworker's not the worst. Like, he'll be annoying, but in that dumb way where you almost laugh even though you're mad. Sometimes I can't tell if I want to strangle him or not. That sounds familiar. Ugh, she says quietly. Boys. She hears me chuckle, and her voice softens right away. You seem good there. Like, it suits you. Yeah, I admit. I kind of like it. Good. Enjoy it while you can. Night shifts do something to your brain eventually. We keep talking. About nothing. About everything. Her voice is full of life. Her eyes are clear. There's a rhythm to her, like a song you've played 100 times, but still can't help dancing to. It was easy with Amelia. It always was. Until it wasn't. But that part hadn't happened. Yet. I was about to say, why aren't we dating? Why aren't we smooching? Why aren't we watching Revolutionary Girl Utana and dressing up like Utana and Anthe? Why? Oh, it was just rain. It wasn't blood going down. Ah! November 2009. A month later. The sound of my ringtone yanks me out of sleep like a punch. I groan, fumbling around the sheets until my fingers finally close around my phone. I turn off the alarm. The screen's too bright. The time, even worse. 8:44 p.m. Great. Another productive day of doing absolutely nothing. But it's not my fault. I'm a night owl, and this lifestyle perfectly suits me. I stretch, my bones crackling like firewood, and collapse back into the sweet smell of the laundry of my bed. Outside, the rain taps against the glass, almost like a soundtrack for staying in bed forever. God, I'm tired. Tonight's going to be brutal. Another night shift at Mad Dog Convenience. Another night of customers who think my name tag means I owe them a smile. No choice, though. Gotta make rent somehow. I mean, I could become an assassin. I roll onto my side and lazily flick through my phone, just to give my brain something small and stupid to focus on. Notifications light up the screen. 2 missed messages from Lane? I blink at them, my thumb hovering over the screen. He messaged me last night? Guess I didn't hear it over the TV. I skimmed the previews without opening them. Lane, if this means what I think it means, that's silly. I let out a quiet snort. Classic Lane. I could reply, or I could pretend I never saw it. You know what? I don't appreciate you not coming to help me. You gets no reply. I snort and toss the phone onto the mattress beside me. Just Lane. I'll see him in a few hours anyway. If it's really that urgent, he can say it to my face, not half buried in a 7 a.m. message stuffed with emojis I didn't ask for. I roll onto my back and stare up at the cracked ceiling for a while. It's like this with him. The kind of guy who calls you his favorite coworker, but doesn't lift a finger when there's a spill in aisle 2. Half charming, but half trash, too. I sigh. Somehow you stop noticing the difference after enough hours together behind a grimy counter, and you always end up forgiving him without noticing you did when he screws up something. I finally sit up, letting the cool air wrap around me as the rain drums against the window. The floor's cold enough to make me hiss. The apartment is freezing, probably because I still haven't figured out how to work the ancient heater. But it's fine. I like the cold. Cold never bothered me anyway. My fingers get caught in my hair as I rub my face to wake me up, a tangled mess that perfectly mirrors my mood. I grab my hoodie from the floor and tug it on. Maybe I should get moving. Shift starts soon. Tidy up the bed. Leave your room. Bottle of water. Yeah, let's look through the window. It's high. Too high, maybe. You live on the 15th floor, not because you wanted the view, but because it was the only place you could afford. If you'd had the money, you'd probably be somewhere lower. The city looks like a mess of flickering lights and forgotten corners from up here. The kind of view that makes everything and everyone feel far away. You say you don't mind the height, but I wonder if that's true. Look at the sky. Clouds are heavy, purple, gray, and cracked open by flashes of lightning in the distance. You should be careful out there. It's always good to make up the bed. You tug the covers up half-heartedly. The bed looks no cleaner, but at least you tried. Yeah. A bottle of water rests neatly on the table, label facing forward like it's been placed with care. But you don't even remember taking it out of your purse last night. Oh, strange. Better not be no spooky shenanigans. Oh, I can click on stuff that isn't red. 2 helmeted robots pose dramatically under a disco ball. Is that Daft Punk? The caption reads, We are not human, after all. Yeah, it's Daft Punk. Oh no, that means that there could be shenanigans hidden. Shenanigans in the darkness. Alright, let's get out of here. Some forgotten clothes. Oh yeah, they were a gift to yourself when you got the job. Something new for a fresh start. But the right occasion never came. They've hung there ever since, untouched. Aw. Post-it note. Mad Dog said they need someone for late night shifts. Told them you're reliable. There's a number. Da-da-da. Ask for RJ. Don't forget! Okay. The sink's overflowing with dirty dishes. I'm going to ignore those. You've lost track of how many days it's been like this. It's a constant reminder that you really should clean up. But not today. Maybe tomorrow. Just the dishes are like, it's always tomorrow. Oh, what's this? Oh yeah, my name tag. Your name tag sits on the edge of the counter, right where you always leave it. Somehow, after just a month on the job, the name tag already looks like it survived a war zone. The plastic's scratched, the clip's bent, and you're starting to wonder if it's a warning sign. You grab it and shove it in your pocket. You can't show up to work without your tiny plastic badge of honor. Why was that so loud? Open the drawer. What's in there? A fortune cookie. Ooh. What's it say? Mad Dog barks at night. Are you listening? Who gave me that fortune? Matchsticks. Crumpled receipt. Unused chopsticks. A knife. What's the knife doing? This drawer's always been its home. Kara? What's this receipt? From your first shift at Mad Dog Convenience. Lane wrote his number and his address on the back like you'd ever use them. You didn't throw it away, though, but you don't remember putting this here. In fact, you're pretty sure it wasn't here the last time you checked this drawer. Step into the shower? You step into the shower and close the glass door behind you. The water takes a moment to warm up, rattling through the old pipes like bones shaking. When it hits, it's almost too hot. You let it scorch your skin anyway. You stand there for a long time, watching steam curl up the cracked tiles. Somewhere under the noise, your thoughts start to melt into nothing. You finish showering and put on your work clothes. You really needed a shower. Aw. Alright, now we could probably start doing what we need to do. Look in the mirror. You meet your own eyes in the mirror. You smile at yourself. It feels like trying to warm your hands on a dead flame. Dried out lipstick? You used to wear this before work, back when you thought appearances mattered behind a convenience store counter. Cabinet? You open the cabinet. A sour mix of mildew and cheap aerosol hits you in the face. A crusty tube of toothpaste slumps next to a cracked comb. Nothing in here feels particularly clean or useful. Aw. Alright. Let's get to work. Let's do it to it. Let's be up, over, and gone. I think I can go now. Yeah, let's go. I'm probably missing something important. 9:24 p.m. Okay, I'm not late yet, but close enough that my heart's already doing that annoying little panic flutter. I slip on my sneakers by the door, my hoodie already zipped up. My work shirt is wrinkled, but it'll pass. Getting dressed at home is just easier. One less thing to deal with under the buzz of the stockroom light. I mean, we don't even have a break room. Isn't that illegal? The guys just change and leave, no questions. For me, it's a balancing act. Don't look too done up or too sloppy. It's like they're all waiting for me to mess up. The sky outside is already tainted with that dull indigo gray. Not quite night, but getting here. And the rain still going strong. One foot out the door, and I freeze instantly. Meowed. I forgot the umbrella, I complain, not even daring to step out the little shelter. But it's too late to turn back now, and I can't risk being late. I pull my hood over my head and start walking as fast as I can, trying to dodge the worst of it. Useless. The rain always wins. My shoes are already soaked, and I can feel the cold creeping up my legs, turning my skin into ice. Jeez. Well, at least it's not Monday. That's something, right? Everything else has gone straight to heck, but at least the calendar's doing me one small favor. Gotta cling to those small victories, I guessed. I take another step forward, but at the same time, the sound of a car speeding by throws a wave of water up to me. God peered out of the clouds and said, "Oh, I hate you, Alfalfa."
Then the clouds opened up and God said, "I hate you, Alfalfa."
Couldn't even get that small victory to last, could I? It's not even midnight yet, but it feels later. I cut through a cracked parking lot near Mad Dog Convenience, stepping over the flattened remains of what used to be a soda can. Or maybe a rat. Hard to tell around here. Ugh. The front neon sign buzzes over my head, trying its best to flicker out one letter at a time. Right now, it says, "My dog." My dog. That's my dog. The only good news is that no customers seem to be in front of the store. This rain will probably mean less work for me. I nudge the employees-only door with my shoulder, hoping it'll open without one of its usual tantrums. That door has probably welcomed more wet hobos than actual staff, thanks to Ronnie Joe's genius idea of having one physical key and zero budget for a card system. He claims it saves money. I get the key for the week, Lane gets it next, and so on. And this week, the sacred key belongs to Lane. Which means I'm at the mercy of his punctuality, hoping his charming, passive-aggressive booty cheeks have shown up on time, so I don't end up soaked in alleyway rainwater, waiting like a stray dog. I push harder, fully prepared to stand there in the rain and wait for him. And again, nothing. Not even a click. "Lane, I'm going to get The Undertaker, Stone Cold, and John Cena to beat you up. And then I will beat you up. And they'll call the ref to come in and stop the match. And you won't be able to walk." It doesn't budge. Lane's late. "I'm gonna get you." No surprise there. He's probably on his way, which in Lane time means he just remembered he had a shift tonight. I press my palm against the surface and push away again. I feel frustrated for you. I give the door another shove, just for the principle of it, but it's still locked. "Fluff," I murmur, resting my forehead against the door, murmuring how I'm going to get various wrestlers to come out of retirement just to beat you up for me. Rain slides down my hair, clings to my neck, soaks through my hoodie. I can't work like this. I'm fluffing miserable. I decide to give up and take my phone out of my pocket. The rain messes with the touchscreen, but I still manage to scroll through my contacts anyway. My fingers are freezing. The screen jumps around every time a drop hits it. I squint at the names. Should I call Lane or Ronnie Joe? One's unreliable. The other one, well, slightly less unreliable. Call Lane, call Ronnie. I'm gonna tell. He's probably not gonna answer. The choice of safety, no doubt. He's not perfect, but he's still the adult in the room. Kinda. At least he answers his phone usually. And, unlike Lane, he actually remembers we exist when the rating drops. I hit call, but it's an instant click. "Hello, this is RJ. If this is store-related, leave your name, your problem, and whether Lane's caused it. If this is about the schedule, check the calendar first. If this is Abby, well, beep." The line dies. "I'm gonna get you, Ronnie. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, RJ. I'm gonna get you. You will be got." I pull the phone away and stare at the no service in the corner of the screen. You've got to be kidding me. The rain is coming down harder now, pushing water into my socks. I cannot work like this. No signal, and no one I can call. Fine. I tuck the phone back into my pocket and step back to look around. The parking lot is empty, except for the garbage rolling in little gusts of wind. There's absolutely no one there. That's usually what's said when there's absolutely someone there. So I do the only thing I can think of. I start walking. I round the side of the building, hugging the wall, one hand raised to shield my face from the rain. There's a small delivery door around the back. I've never seen it open from the outside, but I try it anyway. Locked, obviously. I hit it once with the side of my fist, more out of frustration than anything. Then I keep moving. Maybe it's the universe's way of telling me to quit this job, but quitting doesn't pay rent. So I take a breath, crack my neck, and keep looking like a lost idiot. Hey, I could become an assassin. I finally arrived in front of the store, where the automatic doors are also locked. I'm done. I'm actually done. All this because Lane couldn't be bothered to show up on time. Again. I mutter under my breath, my hands shoved in my pockets. I mutter, I'm gonna get Randy Savage, Macho Man. I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna bring them back just to get you. I kick a piece of trash out of my way. I'm not even thinking about where I'm going now. Just trying to get warm, trying not to yell. No, yell. Let it out. Let it out. We need more angry girls in media. Good thing the storm will probably drown out my screams. I keep wandering past the store, just looking for somewhere to get out of the rain. But I hit something. Or someone. I'm sorry, sir, I didn't... I stumble back, my hands flying up instinctively. The guy stumbles too, like I electrocuted him. He actually flinches away, taking 2 quick steps back, and landing in this weird pose like he's been caught doing something he wasn't supposed to. He freezes. I freeze. Rain is pouring between us, creating this wall of water that blurs everything. I look up and blink hard. For a second, I can't see his face. Just the height. This black helmet. Biker boy? He doesn't say anything right away, just nods once, kind of like a kid who's not sure he's allowed to speak. Aw, I can bet he's panicking a little under that helmet. You're not inside? I blink. Oh, God, right. I look like a wet rat. No wonder he's confused. No, I say, brushing wet hair out of my eyes. My coworker's not here. I don't have the key, and I've been locked out for like 15 minutes. An awkward silence settles between us as he just stands there in the rain, like he's trying to process my words. You don't have a key? He finally says, like that detail alone was a big problem to him. I shake my head. No, Lane was supposed to open up today, but... Uh-oh. Ellipses. Okay, now we're 2 idiots in the rain. Well, at least he has a helmet. What is he doing here, though? He clears his throat, trying to seem composed, but his fingers keep fidgeting with the edge of his gloves. You shouldn't... standing there like that. His voice is low, in a way that makes me want to lean in closer to hear it better, and my face flushes with heat that doesn't match the weather, because... Like what? I ask like an idiot. What? I don't know how you're blushing through your mask, sir, but that's incredibly adorable. I bark out a short, surprised laugh. It sounds so awful. I didn't mean like... you're gonna get sick. I blink. It hits weirdly hard, like the concern in his voice doesn't match how intimidating he looks. Yeah, probably. It's all I can manage because my teeth want to chatter, but I won't let them. I'm fine, I add quickly right after, even though I am very obviously not. He doesn't really look convinced. That's probably why I see him take a step forward, and then another, stepping close and positioning himself between me and the wind, just enough that I can feel the heat coming off of him compared to the biting air. It's subtle, but suddenly I'm not being slapped in the face by rain anymore. Is he shielding me with his burly body? You don't have to do that, I almost scream. You're already... I don't mind. I freeze, though I can't tell it's from the wind. There's something strange about how he says it. Not like he's trying to be nice, more like he really doesn't care. Oh, get you a man who will shield you from the rain, from the storms and the deluge. We stand there for a while, not really saying anything. I mean, I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to say to a stranger in a black helmet. Stranger. That's when I suddenly realized how close he is, how big and tall he is next to me. And how careful he's being. Like, if he breathes wrong, he'll scare me off. I clear my throat. You always like that, or am I just special? He freezes. You're freezing. You dodged that one. Did I? A laugh slips out of me without my permission. Thanks. He doesn't respond, just shifts his weight, as if to say, you don't have to thank me. Another gust of wind hits, and I instinctively shift closer, hugging my arms tight against my chest. I sigh and glance down the hallway where the staff door is, still locked, and still no sign of Lane. I'm gonna see him. I'm gonna see him when I get Stone Cold Steve Austin to show up in his truck, and then put Lane in that truck. God, he's so late, I mutter, mostly to myself. Look, I think there's a little shelter around the corner. Not much, but I jerk my thumb towards the side of the building. Let's not wait for Lane under the rain, all right? He nods once. It almost looks like he's not agreeing with what I said, but with the idea of following me. I mean, you don't have to, I add, trying not to sound weird about it. You probably have somewhere else to be. His visor tilts slightly towards the rain, then back at me. No, he says. I'll come. Oh. The graffiti on the wall says, I see what kind of guy he is, and I hate that you give him attention. Eh? The shelter is exactly what I remembered. Just one of those narrow overhangs on the side of the building. Probably meant more for trash bins than people. Oh yeah, you don't want that getting wet. But it's something. I duck under, exhaling hard when the rain stops hitting me for the first time in what feels like forever. My shoulders drop. My hoodie is still clinging to my arms, but at least I'm not getting wetter. Not ideal, but it could have been worse. At least Biker Boy took most of the rain. He stops just a few steps away and stands right at the edge of the shelter, close enough that I can still hear his breath through his helmet. But he stays inside it, letting the rain hit him like it's nothing. His head is low, like maybe looking at his feet is safer than looking at me. I glance over at him, then down at the little bit of space next to me. It's tight. No way someone as tall as him could fit in here, so I kind of get why he doesn't. I really do. But still, there's something weird about being the dry one. I tuck a wet strand of hair behind my ear. You know you don't have to stand out here, right? He doesn't answer. For a second, I think maybe he didn't hear me, but I know he did. Is he waiting for permission? Or is he just too shy? Oh. I'm starting to get used to not seeing his face, which is somehow worse, because I can't read him. Let him stand in the rain? No. Get inside this shelter, sir. I shift in the tiny space, pressing my back against the wall. My elbow hits the metal. There's barely room for me, but I can't just leave him out there in the thunderstorm. You can come in here, somehow, if you want. I see his posture straighten, but he still doesn't move. Not an inch. I'd just get you more wet, he mutters. You barely fit in there. Get in this alleyway with me, sir, or I will pick you up. Somehow. I shrug. I don't mind. He hesitates. Not like most people do. No, that kind of hesitation would almost be too normal for him. He looks like he's calculating the angles, the closeness, and even the physics of this. You're doing trigonometry when you just need to slide up in here. And more than that, he's trying not to panic about the idea of being that close to me. He scratches behind his neck, accidentally splashing water across his shoulder. I'm way too tall. I'd block the whole thing. But thanks. Oh, okay. I should have brought an umbrella, I murmur.
I should have brought a jacket.
He mutters. I don't know what this is, but it's weirdly comfortable. Like I'm not supposed to be this okay with a shy, silent biker wall who just showed up to block the rain from me. But I am. I tilt my chin upwards. What are you doing here? I try to keep it casual, like it's nothing but small talk, but we both know it's not really. It's night, there's a thunderstorm, and we're two strangers.
I was just writing.
Writing where? He shrugs.
Nowhere.
I blink. But why stop here? It's a convenience store for conveniently stalking.
Thought I'd grab a drink.
That's clearly a lie. I don't say it out loud, but my face probably does. I'm probably going, I totally believe you. The store's closed.
I didn't know.
I stare at him. The rain taps on the metal awning, ticking like a countdown to how awkward this is. So it's just a coincidence you're here and I'm here? He nods shyly.
Yes.
Time drags for a few minutes. The rain's not any better. Actually, I think it's worse now. And yet, he still hasn't moved. Lane will come soon, and I'm okay, so...
You don't need to wait for him.
I look up at him. What?
You don't need him to get inside.
There's something in his voice this time. Something tight in the back of his throat, like he's holding something back. I do, I answer, raising a brow. He's the only one with the key. He doesn't answer right away, but seems to argue with himself behind his helmet. Do you have like a full-on lock-picking kit?
We could check the door again, he says finally.
I already tried, I sigh.
Maybe I can do something.
I squint at him through the rain. What the heck could he do against a locked door? Oh, I already tried multiple times, really. He lifts a shoulder.
Still.
You're very stubborn for someone I barely know. I mean that in a good way, I add. Mostly. Okay, maybe moving is better than staying here. Fine, let's go check it again. He moves before I can, like he was already ready to block the rain again, and I follow him, even though I have no clue what he's planning to do. We finally reach the staff door, and at the same time, my phone suddenly buzzes, and I freeze. There's no signal out here, not since the rain rolled in. I checked earlier, 0 bars, not even Wi-Fi drift from some apartment window. Nothing. So that buzz hits me like a jolt, like something breaking through that wasn't supposed to. Shenanigans! How the fluff? I stop walking and pull my phone out of my hoodie pocket, my hands shaking just a little from the cold. The screen lights up. Eh? I sigh. 1 fluffing thumbs up emoji. Gosh darn it! Even Lane might have done better. I can't believe I just said that.
Your manager?
Oh, yeah. I turn the screen towards him for a half second, then pull it back. He gives me a small, quick nod, like that's all he needed to know.
Your manager,
he repeats, as if saying it again might help him remember something.
The guy with the beard, wears rings on every finger.
I blink. You know him?
Not really. He just said I had a nice bike. I thought he was your boyfriend.
Well, I do tend to go for older men, I almost choke on my own spit. Wait, what? Ronnie Joe? That man looks like he's 50. I laugh harder. How 50? How old does he look? Does he have brown hair and green eyes?
Oh, right. Sorry. I didn't mean...
My breath's making little clouds in the air now. It's fine.
Ugh. Next time, just call me. I mean, if it happens again.
I can't help smiling. Call you? Aww. You don't even have my number.
Oh, yeah. I could get it.
He keeps his visor down while he says it, but I swear I can feel his eyes on me. Maybe, but you gotta earn it.
Yes, of course. I just don't mind waiting for you, even if it's cold, or being the one you call.
I see, I say softly, twirling my phone between my fingers. But you better not be one of those guys who just sends hey and nothing else, I joke.
I'm not good at texting, and I like hearing you.
I glance up at him. If you don't know that he has a thing for you by now, not good at texting? He lets out an awkward laugh.
I'd probably just send a photo of my bike.
I'd like seeing it.
Really?
My chest flutters, because I know he's got the biggest smile under that helmet right now. Oh, why not? I jiggle the handle, but nothing. See? Locked, I muttered. Biker Boy stands a step behind me, his stares locked on the door, like it did something to him. Are you going to intimidate the door open? I wouldn't know how to feel about it if you did. I tried the windows earlier, I add, sighing. Trash room, front entrance. It's like the store doesn't want me to work. I laugh softly as I say it.
I see.
I glance back at him, then nod towards the door. You think you could kick it open? It's a joke, mostly. I mean, he is built like a brick wall, and I'm not expecting anything. He takes a step forward without hesitation. What the... Wait, I say quickly before grabbing his arm. You're actually gonna do it? He freezes, glancing down at where I'm touching him.
You said to.
I stare at him. He's not being sarcastic. He's just listening. Are you a good boy? Are you a good boy who's super obedient? Oh no. This is about big bad dogs, but are you a big good dog? You were gonna kick a steel door because I told you to, I ask, letting go of his arm like I just realized I was still holding it. That's it? His head tilts, almost like he's confused why I'm confused.
Yes.
I chuckle. Jeez, you'd be a real good obedient dog.
Only for you.
What? What was that? Mind saying that louder? I sigh, glancing back at the door. My manager is gonna kill me if he sees the frame, but it's not like we've got another way in. I pause, second-guessing if I'm really about to let him do this. Then I step back, giving him room. Lane's still not here, so I think it's only fair. Go ahead. I can't afford to be late. That's all he needs to hear. Ugh. Wow. I blink at the sudden silence. You're officially the strongest guy I know. He shyly steps back into the rain to let me pass.
Am I?
The nervous way his fingers fidget is honestly kind of adorable. Oh no, I'm getting smitten. I just gave him a compliment. This poor awkward man has no idea what to do with it. I mean, it's not a huge accomplishment, considering the competition is mostly Lane, but still. He doesn't say anything, but I can tell. He's smiling under the helmet. I step inside, holding the door open with my hip. You should wait in here until the storm chills out. A flick of rainwater rolls off his black helmet and lands on my shoe.
I'll drip everywhere,
he answers, and points at the broken lock of the steel door.
And I broke that.
The floor's already a mess, I shrug. And it's fine, really. That door was already a piece of junk. I offer him a soft smile. Ronnie Joe will just blame Lane anyway. He gives me a shy nod, but his visor doesn't move from the crooked employees only sign.
I'm not allowed.
Geez, this guy is really stubborn. I glance at the door again. You don't really seem like someone who sticks to the rules. I sigh, the warm air inside wrapping around me, while he's still standing in the cold. Oh, baby, come in here.
I should go.
He turns slightly, but that's when I remember something. Wait! He pauses. I take a step forward, half out the door again. I almost forgot for yesterday, and for that. He wipes at his visor with his hand. Thank you, I go on. That was weird. You didn't have to step in like that. I'm just glad you showed up when you did. Silence hangs between us for a second. I don't really know what caused it. I clear my throat. I really appreciate it. Biker Boy stares at me, his visor reflecting the white light for a second. There's something weighty in his silence, like he's thinking too hard about something simple. I try to lighten it. I hope he doesn't show up again, I say with a little laugh, half joking, half not. I'd rather not deal with him a second time. I don't think we're ever gonna be seeing that guy again. That guy is not gonna be showing up in this visual novel no more.
You won't.
My eyebrows rise a little. Yeah. Oh, you sound pretty confident.
People like that don't usually try again.
I should probably feel a little weird about that answer, but instead, I just lean a shoulder against the frame of the door and smile. Either way, I owe you one.
I didn't do much.
You did enough, I answer. More than most people would. There's gosh darn Lane, staying in the back of the store. He takes a small step back, flustered, even if I can't see his face.
I should go check on my bike.
Oh, yes, right, of course. Maybe that big guy isn't as scary as he looks.
I'll see you later today, mademoiselle.
Stop! And just like that, he turns away and walks off into the rain, his big shoulders hunched slightly under the wet. I wait a second longer, still standing just inside the staff door, watching him disappear towards the side lot. I take a deep breath and step inside. Lane, I'm going to pummel you. I'm drenched to the bone. I don't wait and immediately peel off my soaked hoodie. I throw it over the heater, hoping it'll dry soon. I walk over to the counter and pull my name tag from my jeans pocket. I clip it onto my shirt automatically, like I've done 100 times. It's routine. The lights are still off, so I flip the switches above the door one by one. The store blinks awake in stages. Aisle lights, freezers humming to life, and that ugly glow from the vending machine in the corner. I check the time on the wall, still a few minutes before my shift technically starts. I made it on time, thanks to Biker Boy. I smile. And of course, Lane's not here. I'm starting to question if Lane is alive. I glance at the counter. Did Macho Man Randy Savage actually get him? There's no empty Red Bull can waiting for me, no half-done paperwork, just me, the lone employee who actually shows up. I duck behind the register and boot up the system, wipe down the scanner, double-check if we're stocked on cigarettes and lighters. It's like muscle memory now, and I kind of like it. I hear something. Was that the automatic doors? Is there already a customer? Listen, you. I thought Macho Man Randy Savage got you.
Evening, sunshine,
Lane says, shaking his hair out a little like a wet dog. You get on my nerves, Lane. Get on my nerves. Lane? He steps in like he owns the place, his hands shoved in his pockets.
You're already here?
He looks surprised, but not in a wow, you're so responsible kind of way. More like he wasn't expecting to see me at all. I lean an elbow against the counter. Yeah, started a bit early. He kicks water off his boots as he walks closer.
Why'd you come in through the front, though? You're not supposed to...
I didn't, I say, cutting him off gently. I used the staff door. Lane pauses, raising his pierced eyebrow just a little.
I didn't see you there. I was heading into the back, figured you'd be waiting by the staff door like last time.
He scratches the back of his neck, his wet hair sticking up a bit.
Kind of figured I'd have to let you in, but it was weird when I didn't see you, so I just came around the front instead.
He grabs a Red Bull from the freezer, like he already paid for it, still looking at me like something doesn't add up.
So...
What?
How'd you get in without a key?
A magician never reveals her secrets. What I want to know is why weren't you here, Lane? Why were you in the back when I was getting manhandled? Where were you, Lane? Getting on my nerves. You don't get the truth. Say what he wants to hear. I glance at the floor, then at Lane. He's already looking at me weird, like he's waiting for some kind of story, so I'm gonna give him one. I think maybe you forgot to lock it. His eyebrow twitched up, like that answer caught him off guard.
I forgot to?
Yeah, I say, keeping my voice casual. I just pushed it and it opened right up. I thought you might have left it unlocked by accident when you left yesterday. He leans on the counter, absently moving the can in slow circles. There's a pause, not long, just long enough to feel it.
Huh,
he answers. I can tell he's not buying it. Yeah, well, what you gonna do about it? I offer a small shrug, like it's not that deep. You left after me, and you have the key, I add quickly. So, I figured that was the only explanation. I didn't think too much about it. He furrows his brow and looks towards the back of the store, like he's trying to replay last night in his head.
Pretty sure I locked it.
Well, I moved to the other side of the counter to give him something to do. Guess not. Maybe you locked the front and just forgot the back. I swallow and hope that's enough to shut this down. He doesn't say anything for a second.
Maybe,
he mutters, then takes a sip.
I mean, yeah, I guess I could've. Wouldn't be the first time.
He laughs a little, but he doesn't sound fully convinced. I force a small smile too, hoping it sticks.
Well, at least you got in, right?
I let out a breath of relief and give him a friendly tap on the shoulder. Yeah, all good. That was probably too much. He's on to me now. He looks at me for a second too long, his lips slightly parted like he's about to say something.
Oh? Hands on me already?
I roll my eyes, but he's already leaning against the counter with that stupid smirk. Don't get excited. It was a tap, not a proposal. He steps in a little closer to me.
Still counts,
he murmurs, his eyes flicking to mine. I open my mouth, but nothing smart comes out. He chuckles and finally backs off, heading towards the stockroom.
All right, boss, he calls over his shoulder. If you need me, I'll be pretending to work.
I'm gonna get Roman Reigns, and I'm gonna Superman punch you in the jaw. Just like that, he's gone. Like I didn't just straight up lie to him. What, he doesn't deserve the truth. Leaving me out in the rain, in the deluge. I let out a quiet breath, mentally shaking off the last bit of that weirdness from our conversation. My eyes catch the usual mess of Ronnie Joe's post-it notes on the counter. It's funny how, even though the manager never sticks around, the store still somehow feels like his mess. Anyway, time to get to work. We're working now. Well, let's start from left to right. What's in aisle 1? Are the fridges good? Near the fridges, you find a sticker of a female cartoon character in a bikini. Someone drew horns and fangs on her. But her breasts are still intact. Oh, that's good. That's important. Oh, some shenanigans that aren't highlighted in red. There's a stack of old cardboard boxes shoved on the shelf. Most are half crushed and labeled in faded marker. Ramen, plastic, I don't know. One just says, "Do not open," in Ronnie Joe's handwriting. Why is it up there? You used to be more curious. You alright? You alright, customer? You ask her if she needs help finding anything. She looks up from her basket, eyes tired, but kind. Yeah, actually, do you know where the chocolate display is? My daughter's having a night meltdown, and apparently dark chocolate is the only thing keeping her alive today. You say that you don't remember, but you're going to check. She looks around and gives you a smile. I'll manage. At least you tried. You're not like the young boy from earlier. He just pointed and said, don't know. Ay, Dios mío. Ooh, you hit the machine, hoping it'll start working again. But you've got no idea how to actually fix it. Maybe it's better to just come back another day and try again. Alright. Ooh, what's this? Lost dog. Switch. Aw, please help me find my dog. Aw. Some boxes? A rack of forgotten snacks sits by the entrance. Chips, candy, and instant noodles, their packaging faded and frayed. Aw, it's just been sitting here. I can't help but wonder if they've gone rotten by now. There's probably so much we can clean out of this store. Oh. That's suspicious. That's weird. Can we clean the blood? There's nothing to clean here. Why did I say that backwards? Was I hallucinating the blood? But there's blood there. You saw it. You saw it, right? I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Alright, was that aisle 2? That's aisle 2. Aisle 3? Advertising sign? A dusty sign advertising Mambo Crunch Extreme Chips. Featuring a yellow cartoon snake giving a thumbs up. Somehow. You're not sure what the flavor is, but the snake seems proud of it. Inspect the wall. Toilet paper's your best friend, after me, of course. Aw. Cute. You catch your reflection in the mirror. You smile, but the glass is cracked, slicing your face into pieces. Hey, there's beauty in the broken glass. It makes it look like someone else is smiling back. Clean the stains? You need the right supplies to clean this. Oh, all right. Okay. Where are my tools? Look at the security camera. The security camera is tilted wrong. Oh, probably knocked loose weeks ago and never fixed. It barely covers the blind spots anymore. Maybe that's why things go missing so often. But knowing Ronnie Joe, he'd rather trust people than pay for new screws. Ronnie! Hey, you. I don't want to talk to Lane. I want to clean up that stuff. Yeah, cleaning supplies. Bleach, broken mop handles, another list of chores he'll ignore and you'll finish. Getting real tired of your stuff, Lane. Classic. You take the supplies without thinking too much. Clean this up. Smells like energy drink, gum, and poop. You wipe until the surface squeaks. As you clean, you hear your coworker's familiar voice behind you. Careful, Cinderella. If you make it too clean, people will start expecting effort from us.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, his bike is still here. Inspect the bike closely. His bike is parked here. His bike is parked just here. Matte, black, and huge. Cool. But there's something weirdly graceful about it, too. You don't know much about motorcycles, but this one looks cared for. Get you a man who loves you like he loves his motorcycle. Like someone actually loves it. There's a red streak across its side, a long, faded scar. You don't know what it is, but it pulls your eyes. This guy's weird, but his bike? His bike is kind of beautiful. It's pretty nice. It's pretty cool. Aww. On the side it says, if I die, bury her with me. Aww. Hey, you. Well, dang. You really came back with the whole cleaning arsenal, huh? He grins like a fool, his eyes moving from the mop to my face.
You always handle a stick that well.
Jeez. I'm pretty annoyed. You know what? No, I'm not even gonna give him the satisfaction of me being annoyed. I ain't saying nothing.
Oof. I get the silent treatment. He chuckles. All right, I'll behave. For now.
Take a look. Man, this guy, Ronnie loves just drawing this weird dog. Oh, am I new girl? Lane plus new girl. A new girl starts tonight. A girl? Question mark. Lane plus new girl. Lane plus new girl. Heart. Lane plus new girl. Oh boy. Well, at least we're closed on Sundays. Ugh, Lane, you mutter. That was the day you met him. You'll think about it later. No time for nostalgia now. Cringe poster. A motivational poster with a wolf howling at the moon. It says, lead the pack, which is rich considering you're in the back of a convenience store. Staff complaint? Unsafe working conditions. The ceiling above the register has been leaking for 6 weeks. How is it not fixed? The mold smell in the stockroom is getting really bad. Some coworkers, one in particular, routinely leave early or sleep in the back. No manager presence during night shifts, despite repeated issues, no security. Requested action, maybe listen to your staff. Final note, hope you actually read it this time, RJ. How to print this at an odd schedule, no blank forms left. To which he says, just quit. Yeah, and then you get people who care even less. Listen, Ronnie, don't make me send Macho Man after you too. I find Lane in the stockroom. He's leaning against the counter, his thumb scrolling on his phone as if nothing exists outside the screen. Gonna hurt your eyes and neck like that. That stupid little smirk is already creeping on his face, but he doesn't look up. I stop a few feet away. Hey, I say. Are you gonna help me mop or just stand there pretending you're busy? Nothing. Lane. He lifts one finger and keeps scrolling. And I swear, he's doing absolutely nothing on his darn no-signal phone. He exhales through his nose. Huh. Weird. What is? The sudden urge I have to not answer people when they talk to me. I wonder where I picked that up. I blink. Are you seriously? My bad. He lowers the phone half an inch, but doesn't look up. Was I supposed to answer that? I cross my arms. Do you mean that message that you sent? Are you really this salty over a missed message? He scoffs, finally sliding the phone into his pocket and looking at me. I didn't say I was salty. You're the one bringing up last night. He leans his head back lazily. I just figured if you were busy ignoring people, I should return the favor. You know, mutual ghosting. I roll my eyes, already on my way to leave. You're being ridiculous. And you're being suspicious. No, I'm not. Did that helmeted guy not text you back either? I don't answer, hearing his laughter behind me as I step away. But how do you know about my friend? You know nothing about my friend. You know there's no signal because of the thunderstorm, right? His thumb pauses, and he glances up at me for 1 second. There's no signal anywhere. It's 2009. Welcome. I snort and drop a few small boxes on the shelf beside him. So what? You're just staring at the home screen? He doesn't answer right away. Instead, his thumb lazily traces a zigzag pattern across the screen, caught up in a rhythm only he understands. I'm playing Snake. I'm about to break my high score, he explains. You're what? I haven't played that since I had a Nokia. Shh! I stare at him for a second, his blue-gray eyes flickering with the light from the screen as his thumb moves over it. That man takes this way too seriously. Don't you have shells to I start, but the sudden beep from his phone cuts me off. His screen fades to black, and Lane lets out a quiet groan. Oh no! Did your batteries die? Oh no! You messed up your high score. Oh.
No. You distracted me. I was about to beat it.
Defeated, he tilts his head back and lets gravity do the rest. I should leave? I should find another job and leave and let you do this all by yourself? I grin, not sorry at all. You died?
I crashed, he corrects. There's a difference.
He flops back dramatically against the shelf.
And you made me lose, by the way.
I laugh and step closer. Hey, I'm gonna have pneumonia thanks to you, by the way. Stealing a glance at the smartphone in his hands. The snake is in pieces on the screen. Lane groans again. Guess you'll have to go back to pretending to work. He sighs like wrestling the thunderstorm for signals sounds like a way better plan than actually doing any work. Then, slowly, he starts pressing buttons on the keypad. And when he's done, he flips the phone towards me. The calculator is open. 58008. Boobs. I stare at it. Then at him. You seriously showed me that? That's gotta be like an immature code, because you didn't just write boobs on your screen just to show it to me. Please tell me that is some sort of code. He laughs softly and clears the screen right after, already typing something else. You laughed. I roll my eyes and reach past him for the towel. I didn't. Almost. A second later, he shows me the screen again. All right, you got me. 5318008. Boobies. Stop. I blink. What's that one?
Flip it.
I flip it. Okay, really mature. What are you, 12? No, even a 12-year-old would think that's cringe. You're dumb.
That's what you get for ruining my snake score.
Broken staff door? That guy with the helmet didn't give the lock a chance.
Well, it shouldn't have stood in my way.
Your manager's gonna blow a fuse, but maybe now he'll finally put in a real one. Honestly, the store might actually be safer because of it.
Oh, old man. He's old.
An elderly man in a worn coat and mismatched shoes. He carries a plastic bag and wanders slowly through the entrance area. You catch him mumbling near the automatic doors and ask if he needs help finding something.
You'd think a dog would come back if it loved you, huh?
Oh.
But nah, they get lost easy. Real easy.
He chuckles to himself.
Had 2 brothers, kinda. Not by blood, but by time. First one was a loud fella. He barked at wind, barked at clouds, barked at his own tail. Never once bit. Not even when the neighbor's kid pulled his ears. All bark, that one, but soft where it counted.
Oh, old man. He's old.
What? The other one, you asked?
You didn't even open your mouth.
The other one was quiet. Never made a peep. Would just watch you with them eyes, or sat by the door watching the world like he knew something the rest of us didn't. Wouldn't even bark when he was hungry. First time he bit someone, it was that neighbor kid. He came round and started pushing the loud dog, tossing rocks at him. So he got up and bit the boy's hand so hard he screamed like he met God.
You watch the old man slap his knee. You watch the old man slap his thigh, laughing hard.
Ah, funny, ain't it? Folks always trust the quiet ones. Figures they won't do nothing till they do. Do you have any more fires of knowledge, old man? They say dogs are reflections of their masters. Don't believe 'em, young lady. 'Cause I tried, with the quiet one. I did all the right things, but some dogs, they come with something broken already.
He touches a faded scar on his forearm.
I didn't blame him, but he looked sorry after. Scared even. Like he didn't want to be that way.
Is this subtly foreshadowing the biker boy?
Still called him a good boy, even when the neighbor said I should put him down.
Do you have any more foreshadowing?
Anyway, ain't seen Switch, if that's what you're wondering. Oh, you want to find him? Ask yourself what kind of dog you're waiting for. But don't forget, not all bad dogs got collars.
Was this always highlighted red? Oh, it's unlocked. Clear the shelf? Alright. I squat in front of the shelves, dragging the crate beside me. It's half filled with packets of cake donuts. Pinkylicious. Little snacks, according to the label. The kind you tear open when you're craving something sweet. First task, clear the old stuff. Well, easy enough. I crouch down and start clearing the lower shelves first. Crushed cups, dust-covered ones, and ones that smell rotten. I wrinkle my nose and toss it straight into the return bin nearby. Once it's done, I eye the top row, and it's still a mess. Great. Most of the expired ones are shoved way in the back. I exhale and roll up my sleeves. No step stool in sight, but I'm not that short. I can do this. Let me just save, because I have a feeling I'm going to fall and die. I mean, I'm perfectly capable of reaching a few packets of snacks without help. I stand up and step up on the lowest shelf brace. It creaks beneath my sneakers. I reach up, stretching as far as I can. My hand smacks something and a cup topples down. Mailed! I twist to dodge it, losing my balance as I hop back down fast, landing with a thud and a puff of dust. Okay, maybe not perfectly capable. Oh, if only there was a tall, dark, and handsome biker boy nearby. I bend down to pick it up, shoving it into the crate with more force than necessary. Gosh dang it! Why are these shelves so high? It's not like we have 2-meter tall customers every day, jeez. I don't even know why our regular-sized customers deal with it. I get back on my toes. The shelf digs into my ribs, and I miserably fail a second time. This is ridiculous. I gotta have a broom or something that I can, get in there. I glance around. Maybe I should ask for help. Try again yourself, don't do the task, call someone over. Well, the only someone is Lane. I groan under my breath and step back from the shelf. Ugh, screw you. I wipe my palms on my apron and raise my voice. Lane! No answer. I roll my eyes and try again. Lane, I know you're in the stock room. You're busy being useless over there? A dead silence, but then the door and the unmistakable sound of footsteps dragging like he's being summoned against his will. Lane rounds the corner from the stock room, his phone still in hand and thumb mid-scrolling. Of course. Man, can't leave you alone for 10 minutes without you crying for me, huh? I don't know if calling him was a good idea. It's either that or breaking your back. You've been back there for half an hour. Yeah, I was busy. I raise a brow. Very important business. He shows me his phone screen, a paused video game of a guy skateboarding straight into the tracks of an oncoming train. See? I shoot him a look before slamming his phone down. Hey, chill. You won't even see the ending. There's no connection out here. Can you just help me reach the top shelf before I quit and throw your phone in the trash? He comically hides his phone behind his back. You're dramatic. That time of the month. Lane. All right. I will give you ovaries, and then I will punch you in them. So, what shelf? I point to the top shelf behind him. He eyes it, then eyes me. Ah. It's 7 feet? That's 3 of you stacked. I cross my arms and glare. I'm only 5. 1. Get on with it. Convince me. Again, ovaries, giving you, and then punching you in them. I let out a long, suffering breath. It's hard to admit, but some part of me still falls for it. I don't smash your phone on the floor. Tempting. But I was hoping for something with a little more romance. I won't romantically smash your phone on the floor? He smirks and walks over, reaching up with zero effort as he grabs the first expired cup like it's nothing. Show off more, dumb apple. You're enjoying this. Deeply. If you want things done right, you leave it to the man, princess. Google, how do I give a man some ovaries so that I can punch him in them? He tosses another cup into the box I left on the floor, then picks it up and starts restocking the shelf. I can see he's not trying to be helpful. He just wants to look cool holding something heavy. That guy. He continues a little more efficient now, but still dragging it out. At one point, he bumps my shoulder with his elbow.
Espoir, you sure you're not making me do your job?
You're the one who's been hiding in the back, idiot.
Mm-hmm.
He grabs the last packet and glances down at me.
You know, I could have stayed in the stockroom.
I bit my lip, my fingers drumming against my arm. You didn't know.
Someone's got to make sure you don't kill yourself on the clock. That's love, baby.
I snort, but I notice his smirk softening a little. Lane, if you're trying to flirt with me, my first impression of you is not good.
I'd hate losing my favorite coworker.
I roll my eyes, but can't help the small smile tugging at my lips. Yeah, I say, pretending not to like it, even though it's kind of cute.
Here you go,
he says, handing me the empty box. I reach for it. He holds it a second longer than necessary, just so our fingers brush. Knowing him, it's on purpose.
Careful. I wouldn't want you to fall for me just 'cause I reached a shelf.
I grab the box with a dry movement, pretending not to care, even though I'm a little embarrassed. If you spent half as much energy working as you do flirting, the store would be run better by now.
And miss our little bonding moment?
He nudges my arm lightly with his elbow.
I'd rather die.
Hey, don't say that in this kind of game. I yawn.
Anyway, let me know when you need help for the bottom shelf too.
What? But he's already leaving, giving me a mock salute before disappearing back towards the stockroom. I watch him go, my lips twitching. You're not winning any points with me, Lane. I can't decide if he's stupid or charming. Stupid! Stupid, the first one. Stupid, he's dumb. You're not convincing me, Lane. Your cute, sleepy eyes are not doing it. It's not enough. Oh, did I not open this yet? To the doghouse. W&Z was here. A familiar voice stirs in the back of your mind. If you ever get tired of these losers around here, I'll take you to the moon, I swear. You got anything more to say? You could help me carry one box. Just one. I'll even let you grunt dramatically like you did something. He puts his phone down for 2 seconds.
I could help, yes. I should help, but see, I'd hate to get in the way of your strong, independent woman arc.
I deadpan. You're cheeky. You're so cheeky.
You're really determined to make me break a sweat, huh?
Just testing if guilt works on you.
Tragically, no. But flirting? That might do it.
I roll my eyes. I'm not flirting. I'm begging you to move like a functioning adult.
Begging?
Oh my god, shut up! Shut up!
So, is this the part where you get on your knees, or...
Again! Ovaries. Giving them to you, so that I may punch you in them. Gross. I'd rather get on my knees and lick the floor of the washroom. He smirks even more, like he just won something.
Either way, you're on the floor, and that's just the way I like it.
Fluffing.
You know I'm just messing with you, right? If you really need help, I don't know, pretend to lift something.
You're all talk, Lane.
Maybe. Or maybe I'm just waiting for the right motivation. You just keep clicking me, hoping I'll do something useful, huh?
Yes, do it.
But I see that you are utterly useless.
Alright, let's continue. I finish straightening the last row of instant noodles, then step back just enough to eye the remaining ones and fix them with one lazy swipe of my hand. I inhale deeply and let it all out, placing both of my hands on my hips. There's a weird kind of pride that comes with finally getting all of the shelves looking decent. My feet hurt, my back is sore, and the mop water is still a little red from whatever sticky mess a customer left near the aisle. But I did what I could. Good enough. Small progress is still progress. I walk across the still wet floor and check the post-it Ronnie Joe left one last time, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Well, I mumble under my breath, stretching my arms out until my shoulder pops. That's most of it. I lean against the counter for a second and let out a big yawn, my eyes watering from how tired I am. Carrying this place on my back. Then I glance outside. The rain is hitting the pavement sideways now, the kind of weather that makes even the weirdos stay home. I check my phone. It says it's a little after 2 a.m. No customers in the last half hour, no more shelves to fix. Perfect. I could almost start to relax. I quickly grab the disinfectant spray and a rag from under the counter. All that's left is wiping the top down, the last little ritual that means the night's almost over. I spray a line of cleaner across the sticky edge and start scrubbing in circles. That's when I hear the stockroom door open behind me. I don't even have to look. Lane walks in.
"Careful," his voice calls out. "The floor's slippery."
He walks around the counter and stands beside me.
"You actually mopped,"
he says, eyebrows raised. Yeah, 'cause I work here, 'cause it is my job. I am exasperated with this man.
"We could have done it right before closing, you know."
I side-eye him, still cleaning the counter. What do you mean by we? What, you got a mouse in your pocket?
"Hey,"
he nudges my elbow with his.
"I work smarter, not harder. From what I can see, you handled it perfectly."
I snort. Right, is that why you left me alone with that customer who wouldn't stop talking about his dogs? He grabs his jaw with both hands, like he can't believe it.
"You saw him too?"
Lane,
"That weirdo was talking nonsense to me, so I had no choice but to lock myself in the storeroom. What choice did I have? I got scared."
I let out an exasperated sigh and start organizing the receipt rolls. Lane leans on the counter, eyeing me like he's trying to read my mood.
"I would have helped, you know."
"If you were here," I remind him. He shrugs like, yeah, fair enough. It's easy to forget that under all that bravado, Lane can actually be decent company when he's not trying so hard. But honestly, I don't mind doing the work. Less talking that way. Lane gasps, clutching his chest like I've mortally wounded him.
"That's cold, even for you."
"I'm being nice."
"This is you being nice?"
You didn't hear me talking about how I'm going to surgically implant ovaries in you and punch them. I jot a number on the form, keeping my tone light. You should see me on a bad night.
"I'd rather not. I'm too fragile."
He stretches, like he's been working for hours, tapping his heel distractingly against the edge of the counter.
"You've been weird tonight."
He says it casually, but I can catch the flicker of actual interest underneath. I'm just tired. I was left out in the rain, you know.
"You sure? You're usually a little more..."
He waves his hand vaguely.
"Annoyed with me."
I'm trying a new technique. It's called choosing peace. He lets out a soft laugh, grabbing a lighter from the display on the counter.
"Can't believe you're robbing me of the one true joy in my life."
I roll my eyes and finally look at him, fully. You'll live, Lane.
"Our slow burn workplace romance."
He says that as he flicks the lighter on and holds up the tiny flame like it's symbolic.
"Dead in the water before it even had a chance."
Didn't know it started.
That's the thing about chemistry. Sometimes it's only on one side.
He clicks the lighter shut, but keeps it in his hand.
Doesn't mean it doesn't burn, though.
"Lane, if you're trying to court me, you're doing a very poor job of it."
I glance at him. Lane doesn't say anything. Just toys with the lighter a second longer, then sets it back on the display like it never meant anything.
"But hey," he adds, back to his usual grin. "I'm used to getting burnt."
Aw, how terrible. I put the receipt rolls away, then turn and press my back against the counter. Touching. Now get your buns up and learn how to use a mop.
"Sure, Angel."
I freeze. Not visibly, but just inside. I feel my chest tighten in a familiar way I wasn't ready for. What did you call me? Hey, only Ren calls me that. And Micah. I opened my mouth to add something, but... The automatic doors hiss suddenly. Lane glances past me. Oh, fluffing great. I blink, confused, and turn.
A real man's here.
And I see him. Again. I guess he finally finished checking his motorcycle. Biker Boy is standing just inside the aisle too, dripping from head to toe. Why are you looking like that, Lane? Looks like the thunderstorm didn't spare him. He doesn't move, doesn't speak, just stands there, his helmet slightly tilted down, like he's reading something on the floor. But he's not, I can tell. Even through his visor, I can feel his eyes on me. On me. And only me. It's like he came back just to see me again. Weirdo's back. Hey, don't you call my prospective boyfriend a weirdo? I shoot him a look. Lane. He shrugs like, what? Then pretends to study the biker who still hasn't moved. Espoir, he scoffs, glancing at me with his dumb grin. He doesn't even buy anything half the time. Just stands there like a shy teenager boy waiting for, I don't know. Lane, I snap, trying again. That's enough. He raises an eyebrow, like I'm the one being dramatic. What? I'm just asking questions. Isn't that customer service? Too many bikers these days. Lane takes one slow step around the counter. I step forward, too, without thinking, like I can intercept whatever he's planning just by moving. Just saying, he drawls, keeping his eye locked on Biker Boy. If I was standing around dripping on the floor like a wet dog, I'd at least say hi to the nice employee behind the register. Real manners, you know. The biker tilts his head. For a guy who barely talks, you sure don't shut up with your head. I sigh through my nose. I don't want this tonight. Lane, seriously, cut it out. He's just a customer. And my boyfriend. And also the one who saved me when I was being heckled when you weren't around. Lane chuckles under his breath. Oh, customer, right. He doesn't finish the sentence. Miss Daisy! I'm trying to handle these boys. And I don't even know what he means exactly, but I know it isn't good. Just chill. He just walked in. He lifts his hands, smiling like he's just making conversation. I'm chill. But he didn't just walk in. Yes? But he didn't just walk in. He walked in like that. Lane gestures towards the biker, like he's some kind of ugly art installation. Hey, I open my mouth to say something, to defend Biker Boy maybe, or at least stop this. But Lane's already spiraling. You know what? No, this is actually good. I was getting bored. Enough! You want a towel? Lane keeps going. Or are you planning to track water all over the floor so she has to clean it up and you get to watch like a creep? Projection much? Uh-oh. I'm not a creep. His helmet snaps fast towards me, like he's checking to see if I'm buying what Lane's selling. I'm not! He can keep those wolf tickets. I'm not, but I can tell he's worried I might be. I can see it in his body language. He's not just ignoring Lane out of peace. He's ignoring him because his focus is me. And I know Biker Boy came for me. Lane knows it too. Because just as the biker moves again, taking one more step closer, Lane suddenly shifts and steps in. Right in front of him. Uh-oh! The boys are fighting over me! Close enough that their chests nearly brush. Close enough that Lane has to tip his chin up just to look at him. Nope. Not one fluffing step closer, Helmet Boy. The height difference hits me all at once. Lane's not short. He's taller than me, by a lot. But next to Biker Boy, he looks really small. Oof. Oof, he's that big. Oof. Oof. But he doesn't back off. And me, I'm stuck in the middle. Don't Don't make me choose. Uh-oh.
The boys are facing off.
Boys are facing off. Biker boy doesn't look like he's here for a fight. It's more like he wanted to get closer to me. And without meaning to, I'm looking at him softer than I should be. As if to ease the tension, he lifts a hand and waves at me. Just a few shy fingers, like he's only ever seen people do it in movies, and he's not sure if it's dumb. It's not dumb. It's sweet. Hi. Again. Something flips in my stomach. I don't even know why. It's like he said again on purpose, to show me he remembered earlier and that actually meant something to him. Lane reacts before I can. Oh, again, huh? Lane mutters, glaring at me. Yeah, again. Ow. You two been having midnight bike rides while I was in the stockroom or what? I feel my body tense. What if we were? Biker boy doesn't react immediately, but there's concern. Like he's waiting to see what I'll say, or if I'll say anything at all. Are you waiting for my mark like a good boy? A beat of silence passes, enough for Lane to make sure I knew that last line was for me. Listen, Lane, you are not gonna like the answer that I'm about to give you. You know, Espoir, I asked you how you got in earlier. Funny how you forgot to mention your little bike escort, huh? Oh God. My eyes flicked to Biker Boy too fast. I could leave. I could take off this apron and leave you in this store alone. I wouldn't think anything of it. It's not worth it. My eyes flicked to Biker Boy too fast. I don't know. I need to see how he's taking this. He looks down for a second, disappointed. I didn't say I was with him earlier. I lied. To protect what? Lane's ego? Meowed. Now Lane's throwing it back. Every word dipped in that twisted Lane way of saying, I'm mad and I'm not gonna say I'm mad. Lane laughs, noticing the situation. What are you even gonna do? Lane, you may have the cards, but we're playing a game that there's no stakes in. I could leave. What you even gonna do? And his grin deepens, like a dog who's just been told, good boy. Yo, don't be so hard on yourself, man. She didn't even mention you. Kinda weird, huh? If you mattered, I'm sure I'd heard something. My stomach twists. Hey! Alright, Lane. Lane, you're starting to tick me off, Lane. Do I gotta bring up the how much does this guy tick me off chart? I just helped her. Lane lets out a long, slow whistle. That's adorable, baby girl. You break in, get all wet for her, and she just pretends you don't fluffing exist. Lane, shut your mouth! Shut your mouth or I'm gonna get a stapler and shut it for you! I step towards Lane without thinking. The words leave my mouth before I can stop them. Seriously, Lane, why do you care so much anyway? He stops, and then the music stops. Really stops. His eyes flick to mine, and he straightens up like I'd hit a nerve he wasn't expecting. I don't care, he says, after a beat, way too fast. Uh-huh, yeah, Jax. I tilt my head. He sees it. Are you blushing? Are you blushing? Do you think your adorable blushing is gonna make me hate you less? My good sir, my good biscuit? I don't, he insists. You think I care? About that guy? He jerks his thumb towards the biker and lets out a short fake laugh. The fluff is wrong with you. Wait, is that why you're actually mad? That's why you're a mad lad, Lane? Because you're actually in love with the biker boy, and he's spending all his time looking at me, and he's not looking at you? Do you want to be his boyfriend? No. Lane was making eyes at me. Lane shifts his weight like he's uncomfortable now, and trying not to show it. Lane, no, it's fine. He cuts me off, not meeting my eyes. I mean, look at him. Who wouldn't want to be picked up by a guy who breaks doors open for fun and says, 3 whole words a night? And you being like, thank you so much, you big strong man. Yeah, Thank him so much, big strong man, for rescuing me twice when you did nothing, Lane. You know what I mean.
No, I really don't.
Really?
What makes you think I give a single crap?
I think you're giving a lot of craps. I cross my arms and fix him with a look, the kind a teacher might give a misbehaving student. The way you're standing here, insulting a customer for no reason might be a clue. That shuts him up for a beat. His jaw flexes, but of course, Lane will be Lane.
Oh, come on. He's not crying or bleeding, is he?
He didn't do anything to you.
Okay, babe. Really cute when you're mad, by the way.
Shut up.
But so what? I'm not allowed to talk crap now?
You're allowed, but
I'm just saying, maybe you should be a little more careful. Some of us are just here to fluff you and leave, sweetheart.
You're really not making a good case for yourself, Lane. I blink. Excuse me?
Not me, obviously. But you know how girls are. Gotta stop thinking with your hormones, babe.
He's rescued me twice. Well, you did nothing. This is about the principle of the matter. Getting way too mad at this fictional character. Okay, now you're just being an a-hole.
I might be an a-hole, but I'm a visible one.
What the fluff are you even talking about?
You're smart. Figure it out.
That ticks me off more than anything else. Lane, I don't even need to give you ovaries. I'm just gonna punch you. Lane, grow the fluff up. Yeah.
I'm the one who needs to grow up.
You're acting like a kid.
And you're acting like a girl who's never had attention before.
Yeah, and...
That one lands. He watches me like he's waiting for me to yell, but I don't.
You done? What's your problem tonight?
No problem. Not at all.
Are you seriously mad because someone helped me get inside?
I'm not mad, he answers, his voice getting a little tighter. You seem mad. You seem upset. You seem like you have some sort of problem.
You see, you sound mad.
I'm being real. You think I'm jealous or something?
I didn't say that, but I'm thinking it.
Good. He cuts me off. Because I'm not. I don't give a fluff.
I don't have to say anything. He knows I don't believe him. I know you like me, but you're never gonna get me because you started out as jerk. I don't get it. What do you want from me exactly? He blinks.
What?
You heard me. He's quiet for a second too long. Poor biker boy's just standing there like we're a married couple, and he's just like, my parents are fighting.
Then answers. Nothing. I just work here, remember?
You hardly do any work in the first place.
Ugh. And with that, he turns his back to me and heads towards the stockroom.
Are you seriously leaving?
Yeah. I need to suck some gosh darn nicotine.
Do that outside in the rain.
The door swings behind him. He didn't touch it harder than usual. Just walking away.
You walk alone.
Like he said he needed to, even if none of it made any sense.
It's okay, Pookie. I'm sorry you had to see that.
Are you okay?
No.
I let out a breath. Somehow, I'm the one who feels embarrassed.
Yeah,
I answer. But it comes out too fake. I rub the back of my neck, suddenly aware of how hot my face feels. I didn't mean for that to happen, I add. I don't know. He always talks like that, but that was too much. He stays silent. I mean, what could he even say? So I stare at the floor. I wasn't trying to embarrass him. I just didn't think he'd go that far. I lean back against the counter. It creaks a little under my weight.
The counter creaks? Come on, Ronnie Joe.
That wasn't really how our store usually runs, I continue, half laughing. I mean, sometimes Lane forgets to restock stuff, but he usually doesn't try to ruin a customer's night. I'm really sorry. You didn't deserve that. That's not a problem. And it wasn't your fault.
I gave him a crooked smile. Still, I was part of it.
No, you were trying to fix it.
That makes my chest twist weirdly. Please don't rate the store 1 star just because of him.
I can't.
He steps forward and lingers by the counter right beside me.
Is he always like that?
He tilts his head towards the door Lane left through.
That guy.
That's weird, but he seems a lot more interested all of a sudden. Now, normally I would say do not the character, but you know what? I'll leave that up to you, biker boy. You can do whatever you feel is necessary. It's like the fact Lane attacked him didn't matter even for a second. Lane? I mean, he's always been kind of loud, but he doesn't usually blow up like that.
You tried to calm him down, even when he insulted you.
I glance away.
You said sorry to me, not him.
I'm used to it, I say quickly. It's not like he's like that all the time.
He couldn't handle being called out, so he made it your problem, and he left you to deal with it.
Yeah, he kind of did. Yeah, he kind of did. You know what? If you decide that Lane needs to be dealt with, that he needs a stern talking to, I agree. You go off, Biker King. You do whatever you think you need to do. I swallow. The worst part is that a part of me agrees, and he can see it. I can feel it. I mean, Lane's just
too comfortable,
he interrupts. It's the first time he's ever interrupted me. I blink. Uh-oh.
Is Biker Boy getting his orders in order now? You shouldn't have to put up with that. People only treat you the way you let them. You deserve better company.
You want to work here? We might be hiring in a few days. I raise my eyebrow. By that, you mean you? Yes. Yes.
Yes?
You're hired. I'll tell Ronnie Joe that you start tomorrow. I laugh.
I'm gonna see if you've got something to drink.
He rubs the back of his neck, then awkwardly points towards the fridge with 2 tattooed fingers. Without waiting for an answer, he turns and walks in that direction. Maybe he's right about Lane. Lane's a mess, but he's not cruel. I'm really not on Lane's side, so, you know what, maybe he's right. Maybe he's right about Lane. I exhale through my nose. God, maybe I have been too easy on Lane. I let him get away with everything. Ditching half of his shift, making dumb jokes, saying stuff to me that no one else would get away with. I always just rolled my eyes and told myself, that's just Lane being Lane. But why? Because he gave me someone to talk to in this place? The way Biker Boy just stood there while Lane ripped into him for no reason, he let it happen. And I let it happen too. I feel shame in my stomach. Lane's a butthole with a nice face and a habit of pushing people until they break. And I'm tired of pretending it doesn't matter. Yeah, let's do something about that. What? Nani? I'm standing still in the parking lot, staring at my phone's screen. I had a photo from Ronnie Joe. It's a blurry pic of a printed paper taped crookedly to a board. The new schedule. And right there, in bold black marker, my name is written right after opening shift. Did I want this? Is this good? Tomorrow? Listen here, Ronnie. Listen here. I work the night shift. How are you expecting me to get home at 2 a.m. and then be here at 6 a.m.? Sir? Like, in a few hours. Is that a joke? I used to work at a place that did crap like that. Needless to say, I don't work in that place no more. I scroll down. There's Nothing else. Just Ronnie Joe's dumb emoji thumbs up and thanks for being flexible.
What the actual did you just say to me right now? Get out of my sight. Get out of my sight.
I want to say a word. It's a word I don't usually say. It's a word I usually don't call people. I'm not going to say it, but I just want you to know that I would say this word. I would call this man this word. I would call him that. Flexible, my booty cheeks. I don't even have the key. I look more carefully at the picture. Half the shifts are scribbled out with pen. I already knew the store was circling the drain. Ronnie Joe's been slopping things together for weeks now, but this is the first time it feels like he's actually panicking. Listen, sir. At this point, you better go get somebody off the street. Jeez. The only person who has the key is Lane, but Lane left early today. That means I'm gonna have to go to his apartment tomorrow. It's not worth it. I would be like, well, Ronnie Joe, you just signed my resignation letter for me. Not the first time I'll go there, but still, I sigh so hard my lungs actually hurt. I keep walking, annoyed. Lucky for me, the rain has eased up a bit. Next problem, the bus. Should I take it? It's like $1.50, not that much. But $1.50 tonight, then $1.50 tomorrow, and by the end of the week I'm crying in my kitchen because I didn't pay the water bill again. And rent's already breathing down my neck, so... I mean, it's not like walking is impossible. In the rain, though? It's just far. And creepy. And there are always weird guys hanging around at night. But walking is free. And I like free. Espoir, stop standing there like an idiot. If you walk, you save money. If you take the bus, you get home faster and maybe you don't get rained on. I glanced down at the coins in my palm, the metal cool and familiar. Taking the bus means spending money I'd rather keep, but walking home alone... Yeah, I don't think I have the guts for that tonight. The bus stops just a few blocks away, and the walk there feels longer than it should. Every shadow stretches like some monster's, and the sound of my footsteps seems louder than normal. Probably because there's absolutely no one here except me and the rain. And the biker boy who's probably stalking me. By the time I reach the empty station, I'm already one bad vibe away from a meltdown. Of course, there's no one else waiting. I don't really know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Ma'am. I take off my soaking wet hoodie. I'd rather not be sick tomorrow. I sit on the ice-cold metal bench, shifting uncomfortably, and check the schedule. 10 minutes till the next bus. I don't like waiting here alone. I don't think I ever will. Not because something always happens, but because once was enough. I take a deep breath. It's cold and still raining, so my breath turns into that little cloud right in front of me. My ears are turned to every little sound I can catch through the rain. The wind, the weird clanking from the construction site across the street, a car rolling too slow. What the? A motorcycle engine shatters the stillness, tearing right over the sound of rain and wind. I blink some water out of my lashes, trying to get a better look at the machine, but mostly at the guy on it. Is it my buddy? Biker boy. Of course. He's hunched slightly over his bike, like the world's pressing down on him and he's used to it. I don't even realize I'm holding my breath a little until he slows down near the curb. Biker boy cuts the engine just beside the bus stop, not far from where I'm sitting. Hey, friend. Fancy meeting you here. For a second, it's just the sound of the rain again, and the shape of him under the dark. There's a part of me, deep in my stomach, that should feel uneasy. A big guy on a bike pulling beside a girl sitting alone at night. Weird. I mean, I should feel weird about it, but I don't. And it ticks me off that I don't feel that way, 'cause he's our little buddy friend. He's our little puppy boy. Because it's him, and I barely even know him. Yeah, we don't know his name or his face, but you know. Idiot, I whisper to myself. I probably wouldn't last 5 minutes in a horror movie. I'd be the idiot who trusts the mysterious biker boy, already mentally writing our love story instead of running. Well, yeah, same, yeah. Cursing myself, I turn my head towards him. He just kind of sits there for a second, like he's stuck in his own head, arguing with himself about what to do, what to say, what not to say, and how badly he might screw it up. After a moment, he gets off his bike and starts walking. There's no reason for him to be here. It's not even close to the highway. There's no gas station around either. It's not the kind of stop you just pass by. And yet, here he is. Again. I smile and lean back against the bench. Are you following me? My voice comes out more casual than I expect. He freezes, clearly caught off guard by me speaking first. His boots scratch at the dirt, like he's already rewriting the whole scenario in his head. And from what I can see, he thinks it's not going well. Cute. After a beat, he starts walking again towards the shelter, but stays just outside of it. Like there's an invisible line between us, and he's not sure he's allowed to cross it. Oh, do I have to give him permission? His helmet tilts towards the bus schedule, like it's the most interesting thing in the world. The bus isn't here yet. He nods.
It might be late.
That makes me glance at him.
Rain and all.
It's such a simple thing to say, but he sounds like he was worried I'd be stuck here. Like he's come here only because he figured I'd be stuck here. I scoot over a little on the bench, tapping the empty spot beside me with my palm. You can sit down, you know. He hesitates. Not like he doesn't want to. I can't tell it's the only thing he wants. But something's holding him back, like he's scared it's not okay to want it. Aww. Still, after a few seconds, he sits. Not close, but not across the planet either. Maybe 2 whole feet between us. Aww. Aww. It's weirdly more intimate than if we were closer. We sit like that for a while, the only sound between us being the rain and the steady click-click of my shoe tapping against the concrete. I want to say something. I should. So I do. I figured you'd be out on your bike this late. I try to sound normal, but it definitely comes out like, please talk to me. Ugh. He turns his head slightly towards me, his helmet angled just enough to show he heard. Yes, he simply answers. Another silence. I can see how uncomfortable he is. Aww, it's not the first time I've noticed this about him, and there's something almost sad about the way he avoids talking to me. Somehow we just end up looking at each other. Or at least, I think he is. Aww. I can see my reflection in the visor, staring back at myself like an idiot. I look as confused as I feel. His head dips lower for a second. He glances at my hands, then maybe at my legs. And for a flicker, I think his gaze pauses a little higher up. He probably thinks the helmet hides it. 5 seconds pass. Maybe more. Then, like we're synced or something, we both look away at the exact same moment. Aww. I pretend to fix my sleeve. He pretends to care about the bus schedule. I bite the inside of my cheek to stop myself from smiling. No idea why I even want to. God, this is so awkward. I cross my arms on instinct, then uncross them because it feels weirdly defensive, and tug down again my sleeves instead, like that'll help me. Neither of us speak. We just watch the rain starting to hit the glass of the shelter harder. When I sneak a glance back at him, I wish I could actually see his face.
You cold?
He asks, still not looking at me. His deep voice cuts through the silence so suddenly it catches me off guard. Not really, I shrug. I am. That's when he finally dares to look at me. And he looks a bit disappointed by my answer. Like he was secretly hoping I'd say yes, just so he could play out one of those little scenarios he's been imagining since earlier. Aw, I ruined it. Maybe I should say or do something first this time. Make up for it a little. Do something? Ask something? Let's do something. I should just do something nice. I'll probably learn something about him. Who knows? Lean a little closer, point at the sky. I think leaning a little closer is gonna tease him. Tee! I shift a little on the bench, and my knee bumps his. Tee! I lean in just slightly, glancing at his hands resting on his thighs. His fingers are curled a little, almost like he doesn't want them to be noticed. I noticed anyway. You've got nice hands. Those are some nice hands. He freezes 1 second before looking down at them.
Thanks.
You got tattoos on them. Can I see? Slowly, he lifts both his hands and turns them palm down over his legs so I can see the back of them. I lean in a little more, just to get a better look. Cool. Oh, cool, they're like skulls. Neat. I trace the line of his ink with my eyes. It's skulls. Abstract skulls. Messy lines, bleeding edges, as if the ink itself is trying to shape death. Oh yeah. He doesn't say anything while I look. They mean something?
I don't know. I got them when I was younger.
I glance up. His helmet is tilted on the floor now. You regret them?
Some.
That surprises me. I don't know why. I just assumed he'd be the kind of guy who got tattoos just to look scary. Now that I'm looking closer, I can tell that the lines on his hands are old. The black has faded slightly into his skin like smoke. They look good. Aww.
Thanks.
Aww. A gust of wind blows through the station, and I shift closer without thinking. Our shoulders brush, oh dear, making me glance at his arm. So, where else do you have ink? I smile. That's a secret?
No, just...
He rubs the back of his neck with the heel of one hand.
I've got some on my jawline.
Oh, I find that very attractive. I nod, even though I've never seen them. His helmet and that mask under always cover that part of his face.
And my back.
What else?
Below my abs.
Below the... Oh. I freeze. He freezes. I freezes. I try not to react, but there's a part of me that's suddenly aware of how close we are. Oh! He clears his throat and looks away fast. It's kind of adorable. For a guy with skulls inked into his skin, he gets flustered like a teenager. I hope I get to see them. His head snaps toward me so fast, I hear the creak of his helmet.
What? The one? The one below my abs?
Yes. I blink. My face goes hot in less than a second. What? I meant... I laugh from panic. Ha! I mean... Yes. I meant the ones on your neck or your jawline. I bury my face in my hands and groan.
Oh. I wish you could see them too.
I mean... Well, no, I wouldn't want you to take your stuff off, your gear off. In the rain. I see the bus coming from way down the road, a pair of soft yellow headlights swimming through the rain. I sigh a little and stand up, brushing off the back of my jeans and making sure my coins are still in my pocket. It's not far now. Behind me, I hear the creak of the bench. Biker Boy stands too. I glance over, just out of habit. He's already looking towards the road, then at me, then quickly away again. The bus pulls up with a low hiss. I can already see the shadows of some tired passengers inside. I pull out my coins, already halfway stepping forward as the door creaks open. Well, I murmur, without really looking at him. I guess that's for me. See you. I take another step towards the curb, but that's when I feel something warm close around my wrist, enough to make me stop.
Wait.
Is he taking the initiative? I freeze and look back. Biker Boy stands close now. His visor reflects the bus lights, painting eerie faces that flicker and fade. Yeah?
I could take you on my bike.
Do you have a second helmet? I look down at my hand. I'm not sure if he realizes how he's slowly sliding his thumb across my palm now. Oh! Like it calms him down. And it helps him with thinking through touch.
If you want. It's not far, and I just thought that bus, sometimes there's weird people on it.
I smile. You're saying you're the normal one?
No, I mean, yes.
I feel his fingers gently twisting and playing with mine, like a kid trying not to be nervous. I laugh and let him do it, without really knowing why.
I mean,
He murmurs again.
it'd be faster, too.
I take a look behind him, at his motorcycle parked just a few feet from us. The rain is slipping off the seat. There's also a soft puddle under the wheels. But I'll still be in the rain. Oh, yeah. Oh!
Oh,
Oh!
that's right.
Silence. Oh, honey. He's still fidgeting with my fingers, maybe in his thoughts trying to find something to respond with. Something clever or convincing, but nothing comes out. Instead, his thumb presses gently into my palm, just once. The smallest gesture that says, "Please stay." Oh. Go with him? Refuse and get on the bus? Ah. All right. I'm gonna do the absolute wrong thing and go with him. Only because I love you. Okay? We got that clear? Only because I'm highly affectionate towards you. I glance at the bus. The driver exhales loudly through his nose, watching us lazily with a look that says, "Are you getting on or what?" That's every bus driver. I meet his eyes through the open door, then I shake my head. He throws his hands up like I've ruined his entire night.
Always wasting my time,
He mutters, just barely audible through the hiss of the doors. The bus pulls off, tires dragging through the wet asphalt. Hey, you came at a romantic moment, and just like that, it's gone. And it's again, just the two of us. I turn back. Oh! Biker Boy still hasn't let go of my hand, but now he's completely frozen, almost like he doesn't believe what just happened. He lifts his hand slowly. Oh! High enough that our hands hover in the air between us, together.
I am so happy.
He's precious. Now watch, later on he's gonna completely break my heart. I glance up at him and blink. His voice is a bit deeper than usual, but I know right away he means it. Really, really, really means it. Just don't go too fast, okay? I've never been on a bike before, I admit, a little embarrassed. Like, ever.
I'll be gentle.
Huh. You sure? I raise a brow. You look like the kind of guy who goes 90 on empty roads.
No. I go faster than that on empty roads.
Ooh, that makes me laugh. A real laugh from the chest. That's reassuring. He shyly lowers our hands, like he's afraid to drop something fragile. There's a bit of silence. The rain keeps tapping the ground around us. You like bikes that much?
Yes.
Why? Hey, go fast.
Because of someone I knew.
Oh. Lore? He starts walking, not ahead of me, but with me, pulling me gently along towards his bike like I'm some princess. As we reach the bike, he finally lets go of my hand to unhook something from the back. Another helmet. He came prepared! Good boy! Such a good boy! Ooh. Oh, it's red. Oh, it's cracked. It's red, the color of dried cherries. The motif seems to represent sharp teeth or a demon's face. Cool. I look like carnage. The visor is dark blue, scratched and cracked in one spot. Not too bad, but enough that it's obvious it's been through a few scrapes. There's a small dent near the top, like it's been dropped before, or maybe thrown. I mean, you're not supposed to use a dented helmet, but it's better than nothing. I stare at it for a long second, and there's this weird feeling. I think that helmet belonged to somebody who's important to the lore. And it's red, and red's important. A whisper, just on the edge of a memory. Have I seen that helmet before? Maybe on TV, or in a movie, or maybe just on someone passing by. I can't really tell. It feels oddly familiar, but the memory slides away before I can grab it. Biker Boy stares at it too for a second, then back at me, like he's thinking about saying something, but decides not to. Wait, did he always carry a second helmet? Or did he bring it just in case I said yes? I mean, maybe, it makes sense. He offered the ride, he brought an extra helmet. Almost feels like a plan. But maybe he gives people rides all the time. Maybe it's not about me at all. Espoir, you want it to be about you. I'm just saying it doesn't suit him. Ugh, I hate how my brain runs like this.
It's kind of broken.
I glance at the visor. The crack is definitely there.
Maybe you shouldn't use this one. It's safer if you take mine.
I shake my head. No, it's okay, I say, reaching out and touching the smooth red shell. I grab it and feel the weight of it, a little heavier than I expected. You said you weren't going fast anyway, so I can take the red one.
Yes, don't worry. I've never crashed.
For some reason, I believe him. It is raining, though. Because he says it like it's true, and also because he looks like it's true, too. Besides, you wouldn't want me to see your face anyway, I add with a small smile. I slide the helmet onto my head, careful with the cracked visor. It kind of smells like him. He steps closer.
Can I? That helmet is annoying to put on.
I nod. I've never worn a bike helmet before, so I don't really know what to expect. I hand it over, and he moves close, carefully lifting it and lowering it slowly over my head. It brushes my ears as it goes on, and then it's resting there, not fully secured yet. He reaches under my chin, making me look up at him, or at least looking at the black void where his face should be. I catch my own reflection in the visor, wondering what's really under there. What color are his eyes? Does he have scars? Piercings? Or is he just some normal dude hiding behind all that plastic and glass? I wonder if we'll ever find out. Have we met before? He freezes for half a second, then goes back to fiddling with the chin strap.
No, we don't.
I feel his hands, but right now they move like he's never fastened one in his life. Yeah, I don't know what answer I expected anyway. Maybe that helmet is annoying.
I'm just distracted.
I blink up at him, still tilted back with the helmet half clipped. By what? He lowers his head slowly. His visor is lined up exactly where I really don't want it to be. Oh my god. Oh, was he looking at my boobs the whole time? I feel my face go hot under the helmet, trapped in this awkward bubble between us where I can't even step back because his hands are still right there. He's tall, I'm short. He's trying to clip something under my chin. Where else is he gonna end up looking? Boys will be boys, I guess. Just when I open my mouth to say something, the chin strap finally snaps into place.
There,
he mutters before stepping back. As my fingers brush over the smooth plastic, I shove that awkward moment out of my head. It's not like he was being creepy, so no point in making this any weirder than it already is. I look over at him. He's already walking back to the bike like nothing happened, swinging a leg over the seat like it's nothing. He settles on it, pulling on thick black gloves before slouching forward over the gas tank. I guess it's my turn. I walk up next to it. The thing's huge, way bigger than I thought up close. But I guess if you're that tall, that's just what fits. I put one foot on the peg and try to swing my leg over. I make it halfway. And then I don't. My boot slips, and I lose my balance for a second, stumbling back onto the pavement like an idiot. Definitely not beginner-friendly. Okay, I say, trying to save face. Your bike is too huge. He watches me to see if I'll try again.
Yeah.
Wait, I squint at him, tilting my head. Did you just say She? This man loves his bike. He puts a hand on his visor, like he knows how dumb it sounds, but can't lie about it.
Yeah.
I blink. You named your bike?
Scarlet.
Scarlet. Red. That's pretty. Why?
To have a little company.
It's such a simple answer, but somehow it's the saddest thing I've ever heard said in such a plain voice. I look at him for a second, and suddenly the weird, quiet, tall guy who barely talks feels a little less like a stranger and more like someone real. Just a little. I see. But why not a guy bike, then?
Because I'm on top of her.
I choke on a laugh I can't hold back. Must be tough.
She likes it.
I swing my leg over, gripping the seat with my knees, and finally, I'm on. I'm kind of proud of myself. Barker Boy flicks the ignition, and his Scarlet roars to life. Oh, how do you know where I'm going, sweetheart? I take a breath. Okay, I'm really doing this. Riding off with a guy I barely know. This is either going to be really cool, or really, really scary. I'm trusting you, BB. I'm trusting you. Oh, that's the first ride of your life. Or the second. I don't remember. Your reflection in the puddles is crooked. So is his. You're just behind him, clinging to him like your life depends on it, 'cause it does. You're probably afraid of falling, even though he said he wouldn't go too fast. For someone like him, he seems a little nervous being that close to you. Oh. Put your hands lower. Don't move. Come on now, you don't want to distract him. You don't want to distract him when he's on his bike. Don't move. Let's be smart. He hasn't said a word since you got on the bike. He probably won't. Did you notice that words aren't his thing? Hard not to, huh? But the way his shoulders tense when you wrapped your arms around him, the way his hands gripped the handlebars tighter, that said more than 1,000 words ever could. He loves you. He rides fast, but not reckless. Not tonight, and certainly not for himself. He doesn't know how to care about that. What he does know is how to care about you. Oh, don't break my heart, BB. Does he ride faster when he's alone? If I could hear him from that far away, yes, probably. Fast enough that the lines blur. Fast enough that the wind bites. Fast enough that if he crashed, he wouldn't get back up. Because when he's alone, who would it matter to? His bike? The bike still growls. The engine still aches to run. Maybe that's the point. Maybe riding too fast is the only time he feels anything at all. Oh. You don't know it yet, but he's not trying to get anywhere. He just doesn't know where else to be. You don't know what he's thinking either. You can guess, but that's all it is. Guesses. Maybe he's thinking about how your hands feel on him, about how you smell, or how you didn't hesitate when he said, "I can take you." I hesitated a little bit. Or maybe he's not thinking at all. He told me that sometimes he has to pull over, not because he's tired, but because his eyes are full of things that aren't what's in front of him. Cool. You feel that there's something in him that wants to say thank you, but he's a man who doesn't know how to say things, so he rides and lets the road speak for him. Hot. The engine dies with a low rumble, leaving us in the sudden quiet of my street. I don't move right away. My legs feel stiff, and I still feel the wind rushing past my neck, even though it's gone. He gets off first and steadies me as I slide down. My head tilts, and I feel a little bit disoriented, but it fades. I've never been on a motorbike. I don't think I want to be. He takes off his gloves, and I pull off the red helmet, shaking my hair loose from under it. Wow, I laugh, running a hand through my hair. That was actually really cool. And way faster than the bus.
I'm glad you liked it.
I loved it. I've never even been around the roads here. Like, past the old gas station. I didn't even know it looked like that around my... I feel it, like a chill through my clothes. Around my building. Wait, you rode me home, but I never told you where I lived. Uh-oh. The bottle of water on the stairs yesterday, I add. That was you too, wasn't it? He nods.
I saw you yesterday when I was riding around. I remembered the street, that's all.
It makes sense, sort of. You know it doesn't make sense. I mean, it's not impossible. He rides a lot, probably knows the streets better than anyone, and yesterday I was outside walking home. Maybe he passed by without me noticing. No, I'd have heard his motorcycle. Yeah. Was he stalking me? Are you stalking me? Aw. There's this uneasy feeling in my stomach. You just happened to see me.
Yeah.
Is that true? I mean, if he really wanted to be creepy, he had his chance. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe. I give him a look, somewhere between grateful and suspicious, and force a small laugh. Okay, guess you've got a good memory.
I didn't mean to scare you.
You didn't. I mean, yeah, you didn't.
Fluff.
Aww.
Can I get your number?
Oh, my stomach flutters like I'm 15 again, and a guy just passed me a note in class. He wants my number? I tuck some hair behind my ear, trying to hide the smile tugging at my lips. I am ridiculous, getting all giddy just because a guy whose face I've never even seen asked for my number. I mean, yeah. But he dropped me off at my exact building, which is kind of worrying. Yeah, you already know where I live, and you don't have my number. My fingers twitch over my phone in my pocket. Should I give it to him, knowing that, or not? Now, I'm gonna do something very ill-informed again, and give him my number. Oh, yeah, sure, yeah. I fumble for my phone. My fingers are weirdly clumsy, maybe from the ride, or maybe because it's just weird being asked for my number at midnight by a guy who just drove me home on a motorcycle. I unlock it, glance up at him, and start reading off the digits. He pulls out his phone, and for the first second, I don't think much of it. Just another phone. But then the light from the screen hits the case. It's pink, and chipped at the corners, like it's been dropped a few times. There's also a glittery sticker on the back. I think it's a unicorn, or maybe a cat. Hard to tell in this light. Does he have a super kawaii phone case? Okay. Huh. Not judging, but not really what I pictured for him. Still, I don't say anything. People can have whatever phone cases they want. I hope that's not suspicious, like that's not your phone. You can just send me a message, I say, with a smile. So I'll have your number too. I wait, and wait. Maybe his screen froze, or maybe it didn't catch my number right. No, I see his thumb hovering over the keyboard. He keeps staring at his screen like the letters on the screen are written in a language he doesn't speak. Everything okay? Is he trying to figure out what he should send? His thumb twitches, and he glances at me. I hesitate for a second, and then I just ask, do you actually not know how to type on your phone? I say it so softly as to not make it sound mean.
I told you, I'm not good at it. I prefer calling.
And you prefer sending a picture of your bike instead?
Yes.
You don't know how to write?
No.
That makes me freeze. You don't know how to write? I repeat, careful not to let it sound like judgment. Just surprise. Did you drop school or something?
Yes.
Huh. I feel he's still not meeting my eyes. He's clearly embarrassed by that. Maybe he thinks this changes something, that it lowers his worth, or I don't know. I mean, that's weird, but not a big deal, right? I smiled gently. Well, I can teach you.
What?
You gave me a ride. I can give you the alphabet. He lets out the smallest, most awkward laugh I've heard from him. He nods quickly, like caught off guard by kindness.
All right.
You know, for someone who called me Mademoiselle, I really pictured you writing poetry in French or something.
I heard it in a love movie. I don't even know how to write it.
A love movie? God, that explains so much and somehow makes my chest feel warm and weird all at once. I'm probably blushing as well right now, but still, I try to sound normal. Give me that. I hold out my hand. He hesitates, then slowly places his phone in my palm. There's no password, so I unlock it and swipe to the Messages app. The last message thread is a month old. My fingers fly over the keyboard like it's second nature. What should I type, though? I know. He watches me like he's studying some kind of magic trick. I hit send and hand the phone back. Now you've texted me. He looks down at the screen, and I see the faint glow of the message reflected in the dark visor.
BB?
Short for biker boy. It suits him, honestly. Something clicks in my brain a second too late. It sounds like... It's almost baby. I blurted out, baby! I was already blushing, but now I've just made things worse. Sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I mean, not in a weird way.
It's okay. I love it.
He loves it. Oh.
Wait.
He clears his throat before typing something. After 1 second, I receive a message on my phone. It says, WZ. What's that?
Wanna zone? It's like hang out, ride, waste time together.
Aw, you mean lay on the floor and feel like garbage? I look up at him. Wanna zone? I repeat. Wanna zone isn't going to be a thing. You can't make it a thing, BB. Then smile. So that's your code. He nods. All right, BB. So next time you want to hang out, just text me WZ. He lowers his helmet and types again. I laugh under my breath. You didn't even wait. That was fast.
Yes.
He steps back. He swings a leg over Scarlet, settling into the seat like it's part of him. I step back too, arms folded, watching him. Night, BB.
Night.
He tilts his helmet towards me right before riding off, swallowed by the night. And I stood there alone on the sidewalk a little longer, smiling like an idiot. I'm already thinking about it when he sent a text. Aww. Hold it! To the doghouse. WNZ was here.
WNZ was here.
I push the door open with my shoulder and step inside the building. It's quiet in the entrance hall. Everybody is probably still sleeping. I don't stop walking. I pass the mailboxes on the right. Mine is probably stuffed again. Bills, reminders, maybe something with my name hadn't written on it, which would be worse. I pretend I don't see it. The stairwell smells like dust, the kind that just clings to old buildings like this. I should take the elevator, 15 floors and everything, but I don't. I just don't trust it. Nah, spooky. The muscles behind my knees are screaming by the time I finally get to my floor. It smells like the leftover of someone's dinner from a few hours ago. Ugh, I'm so hungry. My keys are already in my hand. I step in front of my door and glance towards the lock. What do I even have? Half a packet of instant noodles, some rice, 1 egg, maybe a can of beans if I didn't already eat it. I sigh and start unlocking the door when... Your boyfriend? Eh? I freeze. My fingers twitch around my keys, but I don't turn them. I look over my shoulder. Is it Lane? Amelia! Even better! She's standing right behind me, barefoot on the tile like she does this kind of thing all the time. Her hair's longer than I remember. Greasier, maybe. Or maybe it's just the light. What? She lifts her chin a little and smirks. The same smirk she got from her brother. Or maybe he got it from her. Doesn't really matter. What, do you mean Lane? Is this Lane? Oh yeah, she does kind of have the same eyes as Lane. That big guy with the helmet. What's his name? Bibby. I don't answer right away. I hate how fast my brain starts flipping through options like I owe her an explanation. Like I'm supposed to name people just because someone asks. I glance at my door. Still an escape I haven't taken. You were watching? Please, I have better things to do than watching you. I just heard the engine. He's not my boyfriend. Yet. It's been a long time. I didn't see you. Yeah. You just didn't text or say anything. Didn't think you'd care. Did we have a falling out? Right. Because I'm heartless. That's the story now? I press my lips together. Her words sting, but she says them like they don't mean anything. So? So what? Don't be stupid. What's his name? I hate how dumb I suddenly feel. Wow. You don't know his name. I cross my arms. It's not like that. What is it like then? You just let men drive you around now? No questions asked? A few questions asked, but not enough questions asked. Great. Exactly how I wanted to end my night. I call him BB. The second it leaves my mouth, I regret it. BB. She blinks, then lets out a full, sharp, and ugly laugh. BB? Jesus Christ, you gave him a nickname? Is that supposed to mean baby boy or something? I look away. Biker boy. She steps closer. Honestly, you're embarrassing. You're not in high school anymore. This isn't hot. It's dumb. You're letting a stranger drive you around and you don't even know his name. My jaw tightens. You think I'm stupid? I think you want something so badly, you're willing to ignore what's right in front of you. Are you done? She looks at me. Her blue eyes narrow, and for a moment, something shifts behind them. Yeah, she mutters, then takes a step back. I'm done. I sigh. Guys like that don't like girls like you. God, it's in their DNA to say they're done and then just keep talking. Aw, man, we had a falling out with Amelia. I turn my head. What do you even mean by girls like me? Grow up, BB. Christ. You're smarter than this. Amelia, don't make me resend that, the do not that I said before. She turns around and walks back inside her apartment like she didn't just crack my chest open with a butter knife and walk away with the blood. I stare at her door for a second too long after it closes. Then I turn back to mine, finally shove the key into the lock and twist. The door swings open with that familiar creak. I step inside and close it behind me, then take off my shoes and turn on the light. My hoodie slides off onto the floor somewhere near the entrance. I'll deal with it later. My legs move on autopilot into my room. I drop face first into the mattress. I melt into it like I've just been released from prison. My brain still feels like it's buzzing from the arguing, from Lane's voice. I press my face deeper into the pillow and groan against the fabric. I could stay here forever, but my stomach has other plans. I turn my head to the side and sigh. I should eat something before sleeping. End of shift 2. Aw, so Amelia, we're not friends with Amelia no more. Thanks for playing. You made it through another long night. Good job. As a little treat. Treat. I've put together a little gallery of fan arts and drawings made by some incredibly talented people. Whether you're here for the horror, the story, or the weird boys, I'm glad you came. Like we say in French, merci. Your support means the world to me. Oh. Fan arts. Neat.
Exactly. Yes, I fully agree. I fully agree with this one.
Aww. Aww. Cute. Aww. Everybody loves BB. Cute. Aw, cat ear helmet.
Why this puppy looks so mad? I agree. I agree.
Aww. No, Lane. No. This is so cute. Aww.
I wonder if that can go any differently. Alright, I wanna go back. Maybe starting from the back, moving up. I don't know. I should probably plan this a lot better. But what if I don't give him my number? I hesitate. Not because I hate him or I'm scared. It's because it's kind of a crazy thing to do.
It's just, this is fast. Too fast. For me. I open my mouth and immediately realize I have no actual answer. I don't usually... I start. Then stop. God, that sounds like such a dumb excuse. No, that's a very sane and responsible excuse. I shift awkwardly, scratching the back of my neck, and keep talking anyway. It's not that I don't... I just think maybe... I kind of hate that he's not filling the silence, because it makes it worse. I exhale a breath through my nose, and finally crack a crooked smile. Maybe you should do something more convincing before I give you my number. Oh.
Oh. You're right.
He nods to himself, and I notice his leg trembling a little, but he presses flat to the pavement, trying to keep it cool. Aw.
I mean, I wasn't trying to...
Oh.
Sorry. I don't know.
It's okay, I say gently. I don't really give my number to people. Not right away.
I get that. That's a good thing.
I give him a little smile. I mean it. Because he didn't get weird or pushy, and that's kind of rare these days, yeah. Turns out he's not as worrying as I thought.
Can I give you a ride to work tomorrow? Just to maybe earn your number?
He's sweet. For a second, I almost say yes, but I already have plans. It would have been nice, but I'm not heading straight to the store tomorrow. There's a pause.
Why? Where are you going?
I have to swing by Lane's place first. He has the spare keys. Another pause. Longer this time.
You're going to his place?
It doesn't sound like a question. More like a check. Like confirming something he already decided was a problem. Uh-oh. A problem?
Yeah, Lane's kind of a problem.
Yes. We open early tomorrow, and Lane's always late, so...
You shouldn't be picking up someone else's job like that.
I blink. It's not really a big deal. I'm used to...
You're doing his work for him.
I'm just grabbing keys.
That's not your responsibility.
What the... Didn't know you cared about my work hours. He doesn't answer that.
Don't go there.
Uh-oh. I frown. Confused. Why not?
You don't need to show up at his door. He should bring the keys himself.
Okay. Something about the way he says it rubs me the wrong way. I let out a laugh, trying not to sound too annoyed. That's not really how Lane works. He doesn't even wake up for alarms. Silence. I feel something tighten in my chest, but I tell myself it's just the way he talks. He's not mad, not yelling either. But I don't know. It's not a big deal, I repeat. He lives close by. I'll be...
It is to me.
I stare at myself in his visor. I look like I should apologize for something I didn't do. Try to soften the moment, get a little sharper. Well, we're doing the alternate choices, so I'll go back and see if I can soften the moment, but okay, buddy, you might be stepping a few boundaries here. And that's when I stop smiling. He ticks me off. I even wonder if I heard it wrong, but no. Okay, but it's not your shift, it's not your problem. Lane's got the keys. If I don't go, the store doesn't open. Oh dear. I'm in danger. Or Lane's in danger. Or maybe Ronnie Joe's in danger, I don't know. Are you the kind of yandere that does a violence to their love interest? Ellipses. You're not going. What the heck? Am I supposed to just go along with that? That's not how it works. You don't get to tell me where I can and can't go. We don't know each other like that, and you don't have that kind of say over me. You think you're being strong, but you're being stupid. Are you serious? Text him. Tell him to leave the keys somewhere. I don't give a crap where. You don't need to be going over there. My mouth opens. Is it that you don't want me to see Lane? Or that this isn't my responsibility? Or do you not want me to go in that direction? I don't even know what to say yet. He's not your boyfriend. He's not your boss. You're not his maid. I stiffen. Well, I mean, he's right. That's not wrong. I have been doing everything. Carrying the shifts, the cleanup, the key swaps, the reschedules. Yeah. Ugh, I mean, his case is starting to sound better and better. You don't know what the job is like. I know what that guy's like. You let people walk all over you, and you think it's normal. You think it's your job to fix their crap. That's why people like him stick around, because you don't say no. Oh, that hit me in the personal feels. That was a direct attack against us, well, personally. Oh, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better at that. If you haven't seen it yet, I played an amazing game called Say No More. It's very, very confidence boosting. That game actually made me cry. I feel my jaw clench. The part of me that knows this is true just gets smaller and angrier. That doesn't mean I need you acting like I'm your girlfriend or something. You're not my husband. But you could be. That one lands. He pats at his He pats at his sweatpant pockets. Helmet turned just enough to avoid eye contact. Yeah. Maybe that's the problem. Huh? What? What was that? What? Do you mean the solution to your problem would be marrying me? You'd rather be his good little girl. He stops. Literally stops himself, like someone yanked his leash. I hear the rain again, like it was muted this whole time. What just happened? Sorry. It's almost shy. Are there actually two of you in there? I glance up at him. He looks smaller now. I didn't mean to talk to you like that. Was it stress? I can't lie. Part of me knows he wasn't wrong. He just said it in the worst possible way, and sounded like someone who's jealous of the way I even exist near someone else. You don't have to explain. It just caught me off guard, that's all. It's not a lie, but not the full truth either. Maybe that's all it is. He just expresses himself badly. He don't know how to read or write. Right? I should go. I nod once, just to get him moving. He turns towards Scarlet, avoiding eye contact like I just pulled him over for speeding. Then puts his gloves on, ready to leave. But the tension's still there, and I don't want to carry it upstairs. I don't want this gross, awkward vibe to follow me into my building, my room, and my head. So just before he climbs on his bike, I clear my throat. Take care. BB. BB? Let's not start this with bad vibes. It's already weird enough. That finally makes him look at me. The shadow of his helmet shifts on the ground, and I feel his eyes land on mine, even though I can't see them. Yes, you're right.
Oh.
You decide for yourself. He swings his leg over, revs the engine, and pulls off into the street. I stay here a few seconds longer, watching the spot where he disappeared. My heart's still beating faster than it should. I meant what I said. Let's not start this with bad vibes. But I feel like I saw something real in him. His unrestrainedness. Too real, maybe. As I go upstairs, I think I don't really know him at all. Okay, that seems like the correct thing that you're supposed to do. But what if we try to soften the moment and avoid all that? I don't want to make it into a thing. I don't want to give you my number. That would be crazy. It's probably just a weird moment. A weird reaction. I've said worse to Ronnie Joe when lived. I should try making him smile, or say something that proves he's not being serious. Hey, it's not that deep. Famous last words. Don't be jealous, I laugh, softly.
I'm not jealous.
I give it a beat, thinking maybe he didn't hear me. Seriously, Lane's just a lazy dog. He barely knows how to...
Did I ask you what you think?
My good biscuit, what did you say to me? Are you getting snippy with me? I'm trying to be nice.
The words land like ice water. My mouth is still half open. The woman was too stunned to speak. Was that seriously enough to tick him off? It was a joke. I just think...
You don't need to think. You need to listen.
I closed my mouth this time. The silence between us thickens, the kind where I feel like I did something wrong, but I'm not sure what. I look away, just for something to do, because I feel stupid.
I don't like the idea of you doing extra work. It's not fair for you.
Oh? It's like he's frustrated at Lane, not me. You could have just said that.
Sorry.
It's okay. I noticed you're not good at words. He clears his throat nervously.
I wish I was. Every time I speak, I feel like I mess it up with you.
I blink again, but softer this time. At least you're trying, I say, nudging him gently with my hand against his arm.
I'm worse when it's about you.
I take a few steps towards the building.
Already?
I smile, a bit sheepish. I'm sure we'll see each other tomorrow. He huffs a small laugh through his helmet. I'm standing near the front door now. Night, BB.
BB?
Biker boy. Also sounds like baby, so double meaning. You're welcome. Oh.
Did she just call me baby?
You are baby girl. You are big bad baby girl.
Night.
Scarlet rumbles under him as he starts the engine. He nods at me, then pulls away. I stand there and watch the taillight fade down the street, still not sure what the whole ride even was, but I'm still smiling, and I don't stop until the door clicks shut behind me.
Right before all that happens, when we're on Biker Boy's back and he's riding us home,
What happens if I do put my hands lower? Is that going to fluster him and then we're all going to die horribly? Oh.
Oh my God!
Oh, him precious. Oh, blushing through his helmet, precious. Don't give me a reason to think you're not precious, because you already kind of started to.
Well, last time I did something. What if I ask something? I highly doubt he's gonna answer anything.
Yeah, I can't just sit here and pretend I'm not curious anymore.
What's up with your helmet?
Why do you always wear the helmet? That question's been sitting with me for a while now, and something about the quiet between us makes it feel okay to ask. He doesn't answer at first. The silence stretches, and I wonder if I made things weird by asking that.
I just do.
He feels colder all of a sudden, or maybe I'm just overthinking it. I glance over to him, trying not to stare too long. You sleep in it too? I joke, gently. That actually gets his attention. Maybe I hit a nerve, or maybe he's just not used to being joked with.
What? Of course not.
I relax a bit, chuckling. You know, I say, nudging the conversation forward, most people take their helmets off when they're not riding. He shifts like the bench is uncomfortable, or maybe it's the conversation that is.
I'm not most people.
Is it like a secret identity thing? Are you actually Batman? Only an awkward throat clear answers me. The silence feels heavier now. Not awkward, just closed. Sorry, I've just always wondered what you look like. I notice his tattooed hands flexing on his knees, and his helmet blushing somehow.
You wouldn't like it.
Try me. Do you see how goofy looking some of the characters I'm in love with are? Try me. What?
My face.
It hits me harder than I thought it would. I look at his black helmet again, then at him. I want to see his face, not because I think it's some big mystery, but because it's his, and because he won't show it, and I don't know why, and I want to. But I also get the feeling that if I say the wrong thing now, that wall between us will get taller, and he'll call me Little Lying Delilah.
You little lying Delilah!
He'll call me a little viper, and then I never shall be free.
Damn you!
He's already retreating behind it again. I can feel it. Stand up, tell him he's wrong. You're wrong. I will think you're a cutie patootie, don't matter what you look like. I've fallen in love with worse. You don't know that. You don't know what I like. He looks at me.
I know you like alcohol. You shouldn't be drinking that.
It's so random, I almost laugh. But the way he says it, like a fact about me he knows, stops me cold. Because I do. I do like that. I mean, I like to enjoy an angry orchard every now and then. It's stupid, but I drank one a month ago, the day before everything started going weird. What? How do you know that? He fumbles a second too long for an answer.
Lucky guess?
My hands are suddenly very still on my lap. I look down at them, then at him again, trying to figure out how to process that. He awkwardly clears his throat.
About my face.
His voice doesn't sound like he actually wants to talk about it. More like he's reaching for the first thing he can say that isn't what we were just talking about.
I still think you wouldn't like it.
There's this pressure building inside our wall and behind my ribs. Not fear, but he seems to know things about me. Things I never told him. Yeah, he seems to know, like, where I live, too. I'm probably making it more complicated than it is. You're weird, but that's not because of your face. Still, I want to ask what he means. What wouldn't I like? What happened to his face? What's so bad he thinks no one could look at it and stay?
Thanks.
I laugh and lean back against the bench. You should let someone like you.
Yeah.
What if we ask about his age? Let me guess, he's not going to tell us. I still can't figure out how old he is. I bet he's older. That would make sense. Kind of hot, honestly. But if he's younger and just somehow like this already, also hot. How old are you? I didn't mean to ask that out loud, but now I kind of want to know.
24.
Oh, my brain scrambles with something to follow up with. So, you're older than me. I try to sound casual, but it comes out just a little too interested. Great. Lane's 24 too, I add, lost in my own thoughts. Don't bring up Lane. Okay, I kind of regret saying that. It wasn't a comparison, just a stupid fact I said out loud because I'm nervous and filling space. He doesn't say anything. It's becoming a thing with him.
He is your boyfriend?
He asks like the word tastes bad. I shrug. Nope, only my co-worker. That's it. He gives a tiny nod. I don't think he's fully convinced by the "that's it" part. Why that question? I push. He drums his fingers on his knee, still looking at the rain falling outside the shelter.
Just seems like you talk about him a lot.
I don't hide my surprise. He's not wrong, I guess. but the fact that he noticed that makes me feel a little weird. He's just around, I explain. We work the same shift. I'm not exactly choosing to hang out with him. He tilts his helmet, and this time he stops playing with his fingers.
I don't like him.
I noticed. Oh? I wonder why.
Agree with him. That's my only choice.
Yeah, I don't like defending Lane. He wouldn't defend me. I cross my arms and look at the empty road like I've been waiting for someone to finally say it out loud. Now I get the feeling, if I would have made different choices in the beginning, then I would have had the unlocked option to maybe defend Lane, but Lane's not making a very good case for himself. Yeah, he's kind of stupid and lazy, I answer. And he always finds a way to disappear when it's time to work. I breathe out through my nose, just enough to make my irritation known. Some girls probably fall for that whole confident boy next door thing, but he's just too much. I glance at him. He's already staring at me. At least you actually listen and blush through your helmet.
I thought you liked him. Liked him? Did you not hear my spiel of putting ovaries in him just so I could punch him in them?
Nope, I say, popping the P, which probably does preposterous pain on my poor microphone. I just tolerate him. Big difference. Biker Boy looks at me a little longer than he probably means to. It's true. He once made a customer refill the vending machine only because it wasn't in his job description. Like, I gesture, what the heck?
I see.
Why won't you tell me your name? Your name will be BB, and I don't know how fitting that is. I glance at him again. Okay, this is stupid. It's literally the first thing I should have asked him the first time we met. I just realized something. I don't even know your name. A beat passes. I mean, we've walked together, I've seen you at like 2 a.m. 2 times in a row now, and you literally broke into my store for me, so I feel like name should probably be a part of this whole weird thing? I probably talk too much. I glance down at my shoes, clearing my throat to shake off the awkwardness. That came out awkward. I just meant, what's your name? His helmet's still looking straight ahead. Come on, I tease. That's not a hard one.
Does he not have a name? He can't read or write. All he has is his bike and the road.
He starts.
Don't really use it anymore.
I turn to face him a little more. Wait, your name?
Yes, I don't go by it much.
I let out a weird little laugh, because what else do you do when someone says something like that? But now I can tell he regrets saying anything at all. You don't have a name? Or you just don't want to tell me?
It's nothing special.
So? Neither is mine. I stretch my legs out in front of me. I'm Espoir, by the way.
I know.
I blink. What? He freezes. It's 'cause you told my name tag.
I mean, your name tag. At work, I saw your name tag.
Haha, Espoir is just the name I use on the internet. You don't know my real name. He probably could figure that out too. I mean, he is a stalker. His voice cracked a little right there at the end, almost like he realized he said it too defensively. I just shrug. Fair enough. I do wear it like every shift. It would be weird if you didn't know it by now, though. I laugh.
I noticed.
I noticed that you noticed. Anyway, I mumble, suddenly self-conscious. Now that you know mine, I mean, you always did, apparently. You still won't tell me yours?
Not tonight.
I glance at him, trying to read something through his helmet. As always, there's nothing, but somehow I don't feel shut out. All right, but I'm calling you something, eventually. You can't just be Biker Boy forever. He lets out a quiet laugh.
It doesn't bother me.
I already have an idea. Alright, instead of going with him, which leads to like really, really sweet scenes, what if I refuse and get on the bus? I bite the inside of my cheek and shake my head. No, I'll take the bus. I try to smile to make it less harsh. I mean, I don't want to sound rude. He didn't do anything wrong. He nods, but his helmet tilts down a bit, like he's staring at his own shoes now. It's quiet between us for a second, and for some reason I start explaining. I mean, it's okay. It's not far away. Jeez, why am I explaining? I don't owe him an explanation. And, it's late, but it's fine. The bus takes me close enough. The doors hiss open behind us. I hesitate. I just don't really take rides from people, I add. It's not that I don't trust you,
It's okay. You have every right to say no.
Do I? Yes. Espoir, stop apologizing. You said no. That's enough. Thank you, me. But I can't help it. I'm just used to going home alone.
No. I get it.
He kicks a pebble by his foot.
I just thought...
Something tight pulls at my chest. He didn't deserve this awkwardness. He was just trying to help. But I can't take it back. The bus driver sighs loudly and taps their doorframe with his knuckles. All right. I step towards the open door and climb the first step. But I turn back because it feels wrong to just leave. Hey! He lifts his head a little, enough that the streetlight catches the curve of his helmet. Thanks for the offer. He nods again, but I can tell he's trying not to look disappointed. Good night, BB. His head jerks up.
BB?
He repeats. Biker boy. He lets out a weird, quiet breath, part exhale, part laugh. I know he's confused. Oh.
BB.
Good night. Take care of yourself. The door shut between us. I step onto the bus.
Nah, there's shadow people on here.
And nod to the driver. He doesn't nod back. All right. The coins in my hand stick to my palm. I count them in my head before I speak. 120, 150, 170, then put them on the little tray. Crap! I'm 20 cents short. I look up at the bus driver and try to smile. Sorry, just a second. He exhales, loud enough for the whole front row to hear.
You got on without counting first?
I dig in my bag. My fingers hit Mad Dog receipts, a pen, my keys, but not what I need. Jeez, where are the coins? Come on! Someone coughs behind me.
Come on, miss. Usually the bus just keeps going. It's not rocket science, and I turn around like, listen, buddy. You want to take this outside? You want some ovaries too, so I can punch you in them?
I swallow and find 10 cents. I put it on the tray. Sorry, I think I have more. Just a sec.
I've got a schedule, pretty.
He cuts me off. And then I go, You think I'm pretty? I feel eyes on me. Not impatient, but judging. I'm wasting their time. I'm the dumb girl who can't count change. I finally fish out the last 10 cents and drop it in fast on the tray. The driver takes it without a word and presses the button. The ticket machine spits out my paper like it's spitting me out too. Oh, that's how that works. He hands it to me without looking. Thanks. He grunts.
Next time, come ready.
Next time, take the foot out your butt and take the spoon out your oatmeal. See, that's what you gotta do. You gotta confuse people. Never let them know your next move. I still force myself to smile, like it'll make me less pathetic. Ugh. I move down the aisle. I don't even have to look to feel the weight of the men watching me, the way they glance sideways when they think I'm not noticing. I pass a guy with his legs spread wide. I have to squeeze by without brushing his knee. Another one stares at my chest blankly, like it's not even personal, just something to do. I keep my head down, and finally find a seat by the window. I exhale slowly and sit down. The bus veers hard without warning, slamming everyone sideways, and making my head knock lightly against the window. Ow! Wonderful day. Wonderful people. Ugh. The bus jerks to a stop, and I have to catch myself on the metal bar of the seat before stumbling forward. I mumble a soft thanks to the driver out of habit, then step out into the night. Thanks for nothing. The cold hits, and no one else gets off. The stop's not far from my house, maybe 5 minutes on foot. Ugh, it's still raining, not enough to need an umbrella. My building's at the far end of the block, tucked between an empty laundromat and a closed-down flower shop. Halfway down the block, I pass that wall. It's covered now. Someone threw one of those blue construction tarps over it. I walked past it 100 times since, but tonight, for some reason, I actually look at it. The fabric's coming loose at the corner. Just for a second, I can see a bit of what's underneath. It's like something's there I forgot I was supposed to remember. Lore? I keep walking. My building's just ahead. Lore? I sigh and start unlocking my door when... You always have to make that much noise so early in the morning? Oh yeah, it is early in the morning. I freeze. My fingers twitch around my keys, but I don't turn them. Wait, what are you gonna say, Amelia? We didn't show up with Biker Boy. Some of us have real jobs, you know. Hey, convenience store work is real your-name jobs. I didn't mean to... She waves a hand, cutting me off like she's bored already. Daylight jobs, where people see you. I blink. I don't know if she's joking. You still working night shifts? Yeah. Still at Mad Dog? Yeah. The silence between us feels so much thicker than anything she's saying. Lane's still there too? She asks. I nod. Still the same. She lets out a small laugh. He'll hit 30 and still be acting like he's 16. She picks at the skin around her thumb as she says it. Her nail polish is chipped. It's getting a bit awkward now. Lazy as ever, I add. I smile a little, trying to add lightness to my voice. Something that might make her smile too. But she doesn't. Who took your smile, Amelia? Who filled your heart with darkness? She just stares at me for a second, then looks away. Yeah, men get away with a lot when no one takes women seriously. Okay, I shouldn't have said anything. Tell him to stop pretending he's fine, she says. It's embarrassing. What? That kid used to cry in his car in secret. My mouth opens slightly, but nothing comes out. Anyway, I wasn't trying to talk. She straightens up and moves like she's underwater. Pale feet on the cool hallway like she doesn't feel anything anymore. Right before she opens the door, she turns back enough to throw one more line over her shoulder. You still call him Lane, right? I frown. What else would I call him? She nods once. Right. Good night. Amelia? Come on now, you started out strong. She pushes her door open with the edge of her hand and disappears inside without looking back. I stay here for a second. I didn't expect a hug or anything, but that felt like talking to a stranger. A stranger who used to be one of the loudest people in my life. If you keep your head down, nobody sees you. I don't always know what it is, but I know how it looks. I learn how to hold the shape of it, even if it was never really meant for me. Lay what? Lay what? We still going? Useless, fluffing piece of junk. Scarlet. I should dump you in the river. I can't do that. Stay here. What? What? We? Me? Me saying stay here? Who's dumping Scarlet in the river? What is happening here? Button? Still the same code. Kara? Is this Kara talking? Oh no. She never used the elevator anyway. What's in that? Their lives don't matter. Who am I playing as? So when it said me in red, and it said stay here. She's behind this. Lights off. She's sleeping. Probably. It smells like that cheap pasta with powdered cheese. Ew. Is she still eating those? I wonder if she thought of me, even if it's only 1 second before closing her eyes.
Probably not. Or maybe about someone else. Tch, son of a biscuit. Should I? No. She'd hate it. Her neighbor? You lost, son? Am I playing as biker boy? That's your girl's place. Who's asking? I live here, and I don't like strangers hanging around the doors. Not your business. Well, it is my floor. She is kind of my business. You know her? Yes. Friends? Yeah. You know, I've seen another guy like you a couple weeks ago. A biker with a red helmet. Biker with a red helmet? Mine's black. I saw. But just saying, watch out for that red helmet guy, 'kay, son? He was trouble. Is there actually another player in this? Trouble how? Just stood there, like some freak. Real unpleasant type. Guess he was having a bad day. More like a bad life. I told him to leave, but he just stared at me. Like some stray dog you can't stare off. That's the dog motif of this game. People can be like that. Yeah, well, no one wants that kind of crazy hanging around here. I get it. Espoir didn't like it either. Poor girl. You could tell. I bet she's glad he stopped coming. Oh! Is that somebody who got dealt with? Is that somebody who got gotted? I've been living here 20 years, son. I know the look. I hope you're not here to bother her, too. I'm not. Good. She doesn't need that kind of trouble in her life. She needs peace. Yes, sir. You look strong, son, but watch yourself. You don't want to meet him. I'll be fine. Anyway, don't wake the neighbors when you ride off. Night. Night. So are we playing as Biker Boy right now? Also, the red helmet? Was that somebody who was harassing the MC and now they are no longer doing that? Lane's eyes lock on me, like he's imagining me without this stupid donut in my mouth. What? You ever played Truth or Dare? We are not doing this now, Lane. And a special shout out to our Parterre YouTube channel member, Eve, Adam's wife. Thank you so much for the support.